All right, here we go. Today we have the internet personality formerly known as FYB J Mane. J Mane, welcome to Vlad TV for your first ever interview.
Vlad.
Yeah.
We gonna start right here.
Let's go.
Is you the fucking police? I speak for all of Chicago when I say it's Vlad TV, the police. And I speak for some of them in California too, low key. Hey, shout out to Cali on them. But put it like this, cause you been whooping. And some of us in New York too. Shout out to them in New York. Is Vlad TV the police? We right here, right now. Is you the police or not? Cause you got former law enforcement.
That's right, my security.
In the cut.
My security right here.
Let's just start there.
That's right. New York, I got, actual NYPD security. Active.
Active?
Active.
So put it like this. Did you pay me for this interview? Put it like this. They just snatched Durk. It hit different. Now you paying me for interviews is crazy to me, Vlad.
Right. Let's just go ahead and arrest him, man. He's
on
to us now at this point. Let's just pull out the handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? There's no point even going on with the interview and pretending. Let's just put him under arrest and charge him.
Where's the cuffs at, Vlad? You whooping me. Let's just start here. Break this shit down.
No, I'm not the police, man.
Okay,
I'm not the police.
Okay. I'm supposed to believe this shit?
Well, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Who has gotten arrested from something they did on Vlad TV?
But put it like this. The questions you asked, you got Tyrese not even want to be up here. It hit different. I should have did what Tyrese did to your ass on phone now. It hit different. I need $1 million.
You need $1 million?
I'm fucked up, Vlad. It hit different. So I'm here. It hit different.
Right. You are here.
I'm accepting money from a paid informant at this point. You a paid informant, Vlad. It hit different.
I mean, I don't think I'm a paid informant. I've never been paid by the police to do anything.
Okay, so you're not in everybody else's boat.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not wearing a wire. Actually, I am wearing a wire, and so are you.
Okay, so
you're wearing a wire right now. There it is. I see it. We didn't hide it very well.
Y'all connecting these wires to me is crazy, Vlad. Let's just start there.
We're both wearing wires.
Okay. Y'all done connected me with mics.
That's right.
I can't even ask.
There's another microphone pointing at you right now, over your head.
This whoop?
Right there.
So we put it like this. So at this point, is this telling? Is this snitching? When you get on Vlad TV, is this snitching?
I mean, depends on how you look at it.
Depends on what you ask.
Depends on what you say.
I'm not asking no fucking questions about Durk. It ain't different, Vlad. When you paying me to get up here and talk about Lil Durk, bro. He just alley-hooped me and had me on stage. Y'all trying to get me on these platforms and go against Lil Durk, bro, and I'm not finna whoop like that, bro.
I'm not trying to have you go against Lil Durk or anyone else go against Lil Durk.
So why the fuck is you just not paying J Mane for an interview after all these years? I've been trying to... Vlad,
have I reached out to you before the situation for an interview? Check your DMs.
Check
your DMs. Hold on, let's take a look at the DMs. Let's keep it all the way funky.
When you start doing that shit in 2024, Vlad?
Hold on.
I've been DMing your ass since like 2018. Do I gotta go there? It hit different. This is years and years and years.
The first time was August 5th. We reached out to you August 5th of this year, and you never responded.
2024.
That's right.
I tapped in 2018. Of course I'm gonna leave a motherfucker waiting in 2024. Now you want to fuck with a nigga. It hit different.
It different.
What'd he say? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. It hit different.
All right.
Why is you whooping me like this, Vlad? I'm him.
You hot right now.
I'm him. Fuck that.
I've been hot.
I've been hot. Now I'm making history.
I'm
making history. Now I'm making history, Vlad. You whooping me.
Okay.
You whooping me.
All right, so first time here. I want to start at the very beginning. So you grew up in Chicago.
I did grow up in the rap. It hit different. I did come out of Chicago, man.
Now, you're originally from 63rd?
Put it like this. When you say where you from, we right here on Vlad TV. That's a police-ass question. Anything you asking me is police as hell.
That's a police question?
Let's just start there.
How's that a police question?
Cause on them, the feds is gonna use this interview and bring this shit up. Let's just start there,
Bring
Vlad.
up where you from?
What? him, because that's connected.
So you would go to prison based on where you're from.
That's how they doing us.
That's how they do it.
That's how they doing us on phone them. You can't say shit on Vlad TV. On phone them. How the fuck you think this interview finna go? It ain't different. Like, I don't know what to say when I'm here, bro.
Okay.
Like, let's just break this shit down. Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I will say that on phone them grade, but they might lock me up for this shit is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It hit different. They might lock me up. And you know if they gonna lock me up. I don't know your position.
I wouldn't know if they're gonna lock you up.
I mean,
all right. I'm going to. You want to keep it all the way funky?
okay.
Out of everyone I've ever interviewed, 16 years, thousands of interviews, thousands of people. The only time that I ever heard that an interview was used against someone in a court of law, which actually hasn't been used yet, but I think it will be used eventually, is Keefy D.
Right, that did the big controversy around your
Keefy D, and I'll freely admit that. But Keefy D, before he did the interview with Vlad TV, he wrote a book that he released on Amazon that detailed all the stuff that I talked about in the interview. And ultimately, he ended up getting arrested for the Tupac murder, which he admitted to in the book.
Fact.
If you're going to admit to a bunch of stuff in a book, I don't have a problem interviewing you.
Okay.
But
put it like this. Once Vlad TV interview you, now the police is on you.
Well, in that particular case, it was for Keefy D, but it wasn't just a Vlad TV interview. It was a Cam Capone interview.
Okay.
It was Art of Dialogue interview. It was, he did BT, and he, I guess, wore a hot mic and said some stuff off camera that he shouldn't have said, and BT gave that information to law enforcement.
Okay.
That's something I don't do. If you talk on a hot mic, I'm not going to record it.
Nah, I hate that.
I erase that shit. Or I turn off the mic, so I don't do that. I don't want people to think you're actually wearing a wire around me. Like,
okay.
No, I don't do that shit.
Nah,
but yeah, and there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there was this one time where we did an interview with Jimmy Henchman, and he asked me to take the interview down the next day, and I took it down. And maybe 6 months later, the feds called me because he had an appeal trial coming up, and they're like, we want to copy that original interview. And I'm like, I'm not giving it to you. They're like, well, we're going to subpoena it, we're going to put you on the stand. And I'm like, well, you got to talk to my lawyer then. So I spent $10,000 on my lawyer, and my lawyer stopped it from happening.
Damn.
So it wasn't, I mean, he ultimately was found guilty and he's doing double life, but our interview wasn't accepted into the court. You know what I'm saying? This is something he said himself, but he just felt that he talked a little too much, and he asked me to take it down, and I took it down. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to think that when you do an interview with me, I'm then going to go and cooperate with the police. Basically. You know what I'm saying? Even when Las Vegas PD tried to call me about the Keefy D shit, and they wanted all my original footage, I just ignored all their phone calls. You know what I'm saying?
So they do reach out to you?
Like I said, the Keefy D situation was one, and the Jimmy Henchman thing was another. You know, but in both times.
Have they reached out to you about FYB J Mane and Lil Durk? Let's start there.
No. I mean, I really got nothing to do with Lil Durk. Our last interview with Durk was like maybe 8 years ago or something.
Okay.
So I don't know Durk. I haven't been around Durk.
So now that we know this is not police related,
yeah,
let's do the interview, Vlad.
Let's do the interview.
Let's do the interview, because do your homework on me not knowing shit about Lil Durk. It hit different. I don't do your homework on what I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. So we start again. So where did you grow up? Was it 63rd?
Yeah. So look, let's just break this shit down. When I say yeah, so look, that don't mean yeah. I grew up on 63rd. So when you tell the J Mane story, bro, we gotta go back in time. Okay. For them gray. Do your homework. How you gotta, to understand who FYB J Mane or J Mane or the Whoop Man is, you have to go back to Man from the Calumet building. Let's just break this shit down.
Okay.
Do y'all homework on Man Badass. It hit different. Over Whooping. It hit different. Do your homework on Little Son, Tay Son. It hit different. So do your homework on me being a product of my environment, bro. It hit different.
Right, because your dad was a BD.
Put it like this. That's police as hell for you to say on this platform, Vlad.
Okay.
Let's just start there.
But it's already been out there. Like, you've already talked about this. It's not like I'm breaking news here.
Put it like this. My pops, from what I heard, just like from what you heard, you're assuming. So you gotta ask that man. I can't be answering no questions about that grown ass man. It sounds like you want to interview with my daddy. Want me to call Little? It different. Do your homework. Want me to call Big BD? It different.
Okay.
Let's start that, because that's how you looking at him as Big BD. He probably a Muslim. But you throwing BD on this man's name is crazy.
Okay.
You know
Am I
what I mean?
wrong? Am I wrong in that question?
Put it like this. Back in the day, the stories that I did heard, Pop was Big BD. Do we gotta go there? These the stories that I heard. Can I say it's true? I know Pops got locked up. Did 15 years.
15 years.
It hit different when you do 15.
Can you say for what?
Put it like this. From my knowledge, I was a kid at the time, so
How old were you when you got locked up?
I was 10.
Okay.
I was 10 when they took my father out the home, Vlad.
Were you actually there when they showed up?
When the police got there, nah, I wasn't there, Vlad.
Okay. So you didn't have that traumatic experience of actually seeing it.
Nah, I wasn't there when they snatched him.
But then you were told soon afterwards.
Oh, for shit show.
Okay.
Daddy ain't coming home. It hit different.
So from 10 to 25, your dad was gone.
Yeah, for shit show. About around them years, because it was what he ended up doing. I think he ended up getting 15, but you know how motherfucker ended up doing I think he ended up doing 12 and a half, 13
Right.
type shit. Nah, do your homework on the feds.
Oh, okay.
Do your homework on the feds, Vlad.
Okay.
What is we talking about? Is we going all the way, or is we halfway whooping? Let's just start there.
Let's go all the way.
We going all the way. We going to the feds, right?
Right.
It different.
Yeah.
I was never trying to follow in my father's footsteps.
Were you visiting him while he was locked up?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It was times my mother brought me to see my pops. It hit different. I definitely went up there to see him. It was fucked up though. I remember seeing my daddy you did your homework on the MCC building downtown?
No.
Yeah, okay, so do your homework on, when you get whooped in the feds in Chicago, they send you to the MCC, the Metropolitan Correctional, some shit like
Center,
that.
yeah.
It hit different. Okay, that's what the last C mean. Do your homework on me never knowing what the last C meant. So I just knew that bitch just meant the feds. It hit different. So long story short, Pops whoop on For Them Gray. Keep in mind, I'm a shorty, we got it. It hit different when Pops got it now, he get locked up, now we ain't got it. Let's just start there.
Okay, so him going away messed you guys up financially.
It hit different.
Yeah.
It hit different. You don't think all the kids noticed that, Vlad? Yo, daddy gone.
How many siblings?
Lil Reese, my cousin, taunted me about that shit. It hit different. As I was older, talking about, yo, daddy ain't got that money no more. Do your homework.
How many kids was it in the house?
So, let's just go back, because this is a Vlad TV interview. I be skipping all over. We ain't gonna talk about my cousin right now. We gonna stick to the main household.
Mm-hmm.
You got Duke. Do your homework on my little brother FYB Duke. I never wanted Duke to overwhoop, bro. I always tried to be the positive big brother and protect my big brother, my little brother, and keep him out of these whoops. I never even wanted my little brother overwhooping, claiming FYB. Let's just start there. Why? Because over the years, FYB gained a more negative name. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm now, little bro, you can't whoop like this, because yeah, FYB just stand for fuck your bitch, but you got certain people, everybody want to, whoop and whop, So you got, that's like, let's just say Vlad TV claim FYB, and you got J Mane claiming FYB, then you got Adam claiming FYB. Now, you doing shit, he doing shit. Now that's putting you in situations, this putting him in situations. My little brother don't need to be connected to all of this shit. Mm-hmm. So I never wanted that for my little brother. So that shit hit different. But my little brother his own man, and he grew into who he became to be, which is FYB Duke. And I had to respect him for that. But as of now, I don't claim FYB, which was just a group that we created years ago. Let's start there on It Was Never a Gang. Let's just start there. FYB stood for fucking yo bitch originally. Then throughout the years, we changed the meaning to fathering young brothers. Then we switched it as we got to when we got to mentoring the kids in the community. We changed it to fathering young brothers. Now we go by future young billionaires. We doing different.
That's my favorite one.
We doing different whoops now.
I like that one. Future young billionaires.
We doing different whoops. You talking to the whoop man. So
Okay.
it's like asking me my FYB J Mane, it hit different, you know? Cause I'm a future young billionaire. It hit different. So now, for my little brother who grew up in that household, that's him and my other little brother, TJ. Do your homework on TJ. You did your homework?
So it's 3 kids.
By my mama.
Okay, then your dad. But I mean in the household though.
In this household that I'm talking about, you got Man, Duke, and TJ. Do I gotta go there? Man, Duke, and TJ. That's the household.
Got it.
Man, Duke, and TJ. OG got 3 boys. Do we gotta go there?
Okay, so now your dad's not around and your mom's having to get by on her own as a single mom with 3 kids.
So, do your homework on my mama having 2 baby daddies. Do we gotta go there? 3 kids, 2 baby daddies. It hit different. Me and Duke got the same daddy. It hit different. My mama was married to TJ daddy. My daddy was the baby daddy. My mama husband was TJ daddy.
Right.
As in that household as we was growing up.
And that's the husband.
That was the husband. Do your homework on my mama divorcing him. It hit different. They had a divorce, unfortunately, to their circumstances.
Yeah.
It hit different. My mama later on in life remarried, but it sound like you want that story too. You got to have my mama up here tell her story. It hit different.
No, it's all good. No,
That's
I'm just
fucked
kind of, setting up the situation of how you grew up. Because at one point you went to 7 different high schools.
It do hit different.
So you just kept getting kicked out of high schools, or?
I was over whooping. I didn't get kicked out all the time. Sometimes I had to transfer. Do your homework on, put it like this. Vlad, coming up as a shorty is hard on for them grade. You trying to figure shit out. You going through adolescences and shit. Y'all did y'all homework on adolescences. It hit different. I was an adolescent at one point in my life. So, and then I got older on phone them. So when I was an adolescent, I was a little wilder on for them grade. I was doing different little whoops on for them, but I was never no fucked up person. Catch my drift. But I was doing different whoops, just being a kid. On phone them, might get in a little trouble here, getting a little trouble there on for them grade. But them times, like I remember one time on phone them, I got kicked out of school for pissing in the hallway. Do your homework on pissing in the hallway, no home training. My mom beat the fuck out of me. Boy, you act like you ain't got no motherfucking home training. Beat your ass like you ain't got none. You know better than that shit. So J Mane, why was you pissing in the hallway at school? I had to piss, Vlad. Do your homework on me having to piss.
Right, but 7 high schools in 4 years, that means that every year you're going to like 2 different high schools.
I went to 7 high schools in 5 years. Let's just start there.
Oh, 5 years. Okay.
I was
Still,
in high
so
school.
almost every year you're going to 2 different high schools.
Yeah,
Maybe you
different.
skip a year where you go a whole year, and then the next year you got 2 different high schools.
Fact.
Okay, and G Herbo and FBG Duck were going to the same schools as you?
So that's a fact too. Do your homework on all us went to High Park, Vlad.
Okay.
Do your homework on High Park. That school on 63rd too. Do your homework on
I've interviewed both of them.
who heard.
Herb and Duck, yeah.
hit
Rest in peace, Duck. I mean, that shit hurt me, man.
Yeah, long live big folks. It hit
Yeah,
different. Let's start
that
there.
shit hurt me. But yeah, Herbo, I interviewed him when he was Lil Herb.
It
know
hit
what I mean?
different.
Early on.
So do your homework on 4 Minutes of Hell. It hit different back part 3, part 2 and shit.
4 Minutes of Hell, what is that?
You gotta do your homework on them type of whoops, Vlad. It hit different.
Okay.
Because I'm from Iraq, so when you say you know Lil Herb, them the type of whoops we was listening to. You know, we was listening to the 4 Minutes of Hell back then and shit. The early him and Lil Bibby.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You talking about a song? I thought you talking about something happening in school.
Oh no.
What is this? Some sort of hazing ritual?
They was whooping back then.
Yeah, shout out to Bibby, man. That's my man. He lives out here.
Coming down,
Man.
it hit different.
Roll up in the Lambo truck every so often.
Who, Bibby?
Yeah.
He out here?
Yeah.
On Fold'em, tell him I need an interview on Fold'em Gray.
I'll hit him up. Afterwards. I'll see if I can get him on FaceTime. Gray. That's my man. I made him a lot of money by giving him, stock advice.
Shout out Lil Bibby and that nigga.
You rich as hell these days, man.
Yeah, he too rich on Fold'em.
He got that Juice WRLD money.
He alley hoop J Mane on Fold'em.
Oh, he alley hooped all of us. He alley hooped me, man.
Straight up
with his young ass. Fuck him. Making too rich motherfucker. Fuck him, man. I'm just kidding. That's my man.
Let's start there.
He rich as hell though. All right. So you mentioned your cousin Lil Reese, but Lil Reese claimed that you're not his cousin.
Okay, let's break this shit down.
Explain it to me. And I've interviewed Reese as well.
Did he tell you he my cousin?
No, not in that interview.
Did you ever ask him?
No, but apparently there's a video. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
You never asked him.
I guess there's a video where he said that he wasn't your cousin.
Put it like this. I seen that video too.
Okay.
Did you believe him when he said that though?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you.
Put it like this. I don't believe Reese anytime he say he not J Mane cousin. That's like, I don't know. It's like certain shit I believe him on, but that one, like, come on. Every time I see them videos, that's that nigga cousin on my baby. On phone I'm like a fan at this point. Like, man, that's that nigga cousin. You catch my drift? Like, yeah. Then it's the other part of the fan, and you like, man, is them niggas cousin or not? On phone But if you ask me, I feel like we cousins, Vlad.
Okay. Listen, man, I like Reese. Me and him had a little bit of internet back and forth, but then when we actually sat down, did an interview, it was all love, man. I actually, me and him would DM. When he would get in trouble, I'd be like, bro, like, you're too talented and famous out here to be doing this dumb shit. Yeah. Like honestly, like, you have a real fan base. I mean, you're on one of the biggest Chicago songs ever that I'm sure you're still making money off of. You could tour off that song forever. You got fans worldwide, and you're constantly just getting into nonsense. And he's locked up right now.
That's crazy.
He's facing 5 years, I think.
That's crazy.
Over what, a argument with a girl or something stupid? Like,
I think I seen that shit, but put it like this. I don't wish jail upon nobody, and especially not wishing jail upon my motherfucking cousin. Because put it like this,
Free Lil Reese.
I had a whole serial, do your homework on me making Lil Reese whoops. You seen the original box of whoops?
Yeah.
I had Lil Reese whoops because the media was have us go against each other. So I just feel like the feud or years or whatever the people believe and perceive on the internet or what's going on in Chicago. So I tried to, come up with this Stop the Violence serial for me and my cousin on phone so we could hit schools and get on some grown man shit, Vlad. Stop the Violence cereal. Let's pass out free cereals to these kids and overwhoop on Fold'em Gray.
It's a great idea.
Let's just start there, Lil Reese. We gonna start right here, and we gonna start in our hood on Fold'em. Like let's just start there, because when I say our hood, because all of us is from the same community. I won't get on these platforms and let y'all believe 63rd and 64th is two different places. Like, this shit is walking distance. That's why J Mane was just over there. You catch my drift? Like, all of this shit is the same community, gang. So it's like, people try to go against each other so much, it'd be crazy, But that's because we all from poverty, Vlad. Do your homework on being from poverty and motherfuckers not having shit on Fold'em Gray, and we don't know no other way on Fold'em Gray.
At what point did you actually start rapping?
When I started rapping, I had to be I probably was like 18 or 19 or some shit.
Okay, and your first song was a Chief Keef diss song?
Fold'em Gray.
Okay, and was that a response because Chief Keef did a song mentioning a time that you were shot at?
Yeah, so put it like this. Back then, it's a lot of shit that be going on in Chicago. And it's Vlad TV, so I can't get on here and say somebody did what? That was crazy for you to just say, because it's Vlad and that's a police-ass shit to say. Let's start there. But put it like this. I did make a song dissing Keef back in the day or whatever case is, when we was kids or whatever the case is. That peep that shit. That video probably the reason I'm right here right now. Cause Vlad still talking about my old work. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
And I tell people this, I be like, certain times in your career, you gotta chase it a little bit. You gotta chase it. And then people when they throw salt on that type of word, what you mean? When I say they throw salt on that shit, like, motherfucker like, man, you chasing it. What the fuck else am I supposed to be doing? That's how I got this big ass whoop. Like that's why I'm here now with Vlad. Cause I was chasing this shit. Like, let's just start there. What you sitting on your ass, not chasing your dreams, it's crazy to me.
Right.
It's fucking crazy. I don't fold them grade when I'm getting all this money.
I mean, you gotta hand it to Keef in terms of what he did for Chicago.
Oh,
like
fact.
When he dropped Don't Like.
I dissed
Love
him and got
Sosa.
on. Is you paying attention?
Yeah. No, I'm saying.
Break this shit down.
Like-
So niggas still be having to salute the Keef. Like,
Right.
At the end of the day, like when we break all this shit down, like it's fucked up that I mean, I don't know how the man feels to this day, but it's fucked up that, you know, he used certain words, certain names, I guess, to get, well, put it like this, to put sauce on, put it like that, we just gonna put it out there. The Keef dissing Tuka situation, I felt like he was a kid at the time when it happened, like when certain shit first got, so, and then once shit becomes a wave, it's kind of hard to steer away from it when that's what's got you the way you need to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's fucked up that played out, but at the end of the day, it's long live Tuka, but his name lives on forever because Keef is so big.
Right.
And he mentioning Tuka name, and now it's just it blew the whole situation up. Now you got people like FBG Duck, FBG Young, who you just interviewed, the J Manes, Lil Reese, you got just JoJo, you got different people from this situation. You catch my drift? And it done blew up the whole situation. The whole 63rd and the O Block whole situation.
Have you ever run into Chief Keef personally? Like since you started dropping those songs?
Have I ran into Chief Keef since then? No, not since then.
But you gotta hand it to Keef, man. I feel like he's like the smartest rapper. Like he blew up and then moved away, kept his own little crew with him, and to this day, you never hear of anything happening to him. The worst I ever heard was when he got shot at by Tekashi 6ix9ine's people in New York, which ended up just shooting in the air, basically, and they all got locked up for it, and he went back to Calabasas and continued to live his millionaire life. But you never hear him getting caught up with just a bunch of the street shit. You never really hear him beefing with anybody. Like, you know, I understand y'all have had issues before, but you still have to tip your hat to what he's pulled off. And I think it ultimately helped everybody.
Oh, I never said what Keef did didn't help the whole situation. I just said that.
Yeah.
But put it like this. It's a lot of pain in what the fuck he did too.
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
Yeah.
You right here with do I gotta say a 60-30?
60-30. I've never heard of that before.
You never heard of a 60-30?
No, it's the first time.
Let's just start there.
Yeah. 60-30, man.
Yeah, but I'm a 60-30 / a O Blockian.
Yeah? A little both?
I used to live in O Block.
Yeah, I heard.
Let's just start there. J Mane is a different breed. Let's start there. I'm what connects the dots, Vlad. Shout out Tay Savage. Do I gotta go there?
We'll talk about him in a bit. That's on my.
It's a miracle story. It's like some shit that we not, like, put it like this. It's some real Chicago shit. Let's just start there. We making history right now, Vlad.
Well, you mentioned Tuka. How close were you guys?
Me and Tuka wasn't that close, but I knew bro from the hood.
Well, you kind of touched on this in other interviews. Mm-hmm. Were you there when Tuka got killed?
So y'all be wanting that story, bro. Y'all trying to chase the story, bro.
Well,
I was in the hoods a lot of days, Vlad. I was on 63rd. I'm from that area. So I was in the hood when a lot of people got killed, Vlad. Unfortunately. Yeah, lil bro was in the hood and died. It's just a fucked up situation all the way around, man. It's a lot of good guys that I seen from both of the areas, from this whole community, come and go. And now that I look back at shit, it be like, damn, that shit was fast as hell. That's why it's like, damn. Like, that shit just crazy, like how many people died so fast. And then people is like, damn, now it's like when I'm having these debates, they only talking about, yeah, this person or that person or this person or that person. Like, man, do y'all know folks now? Y'all, like, I ain't talking about DJ, like Long Live FYB Tutu. Like, they ain't doing their homework though, you know? They ain't doing all their homework.
that was your man?
Long Live Tutu. But put it like this. Me and him, you could say this, me and him was as close as me and Tuka, because bro and them, you gotta understand, when I came back to 63rd, I met folks and them. Let's break this shit down. Folks and them died. Like, yeah, we grew bonds together, but on Fodem grave, Fodem died within that first or second year of me coming back to the rack, because do your homework on J Mane, went to 7 high schools, so do your homework on me. Going to high school in Indiana at one point in time, my freshman year, coming right back on Fodem grade. And when I came back on Fodem grade, that's this shit busting. Now I'm meeting Billionaire Black on Fodem grade. I didn't do your homework on the first time I was in the rack. It's like, you might as well say it like this. I knew most of the BDs. Then when I come back to the rack, now I'm meeting the GDs. You see what I'm saying? But now I'm fucking with Fodem them too. But put it like this. When you say GDs and BDs, you can't call these people GDs and BDs, gang. Like, these are just people from this neighborhood, but to the world, to y'all, we have to label it like that, because this the only way the fuck y'all gonna understand, gang. Like, but this is just regular people from these neighborhoods who y'all popularizing, who y'all categorized as GDs and BDs.
It just seems that with you, it seemed like you had friendships on both sides. BD friends, GD friends. It doesn't seem like, although your dad was allegedly what he was, it seemed like you formed real relationships with everybody, regardless of whatever affiliation they had.
Nah, fact. Because put it like this. I came back in the middle of the war. I came back in some shit I ain't even know what the fuck was going on. But catch my drift, it wasn't even popping like that yet, because you could when we break this shit down, it's like some people wouldn't say the war started until Tuka died. You see what I'm saying? So do your homework on me coming back before Tuka died. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, now I'm locking in and getting to know certain motherfuckers, but now, like, I ain't knowing, like, yeah, the same motherfuckers I'm locking in with, like folks finna die in a minute. You see what I'm saying? Like, these finna be our last smoking sessions. It's merch. Long live Tutu, folks. Like, I remember me, Tutu, and Jaja, one of our last smoking sessions on Fodem grade, like, and then like Fodem left so quick, it was crazy. Like, it's just crazy. But hell yeah, I know, like, do your homework on, like, around the same time, like, I might be smoking with Fodem on 63rd, but whole time, I'm finna go to my cousin Lil Reese house. It hit different. And Fredo and T Slick, long live T Slick, probably in there. It hit different.
Right.
Let's just start there.
Because you and Billionaire Black have a BDK anthem song.
Do we gotta go there? Do we gotta break this shit all the way down, Vlad? Like, it hit different.
Yeah.
Like, let's just break this shit down. We right here on Vlad.
Let's hear it.
Me and Billionaire Black got a BDK anthem song.
Yes.
This shit was, you gotta do your homework on JoJo.
Yeah, Lil JoJo.
Let's just start there.
That was the original BDK song.
Let's just start there. Do y'all homework on us re-rocking shit. Do your homework on J Mane catching his little rap wave. This when I was first over whooping. This one, cause put it like this, Billionaire Duck and them, they had they wave first on For Them Grade. I was like a, what the fuck you call it, a late bloomer? For Them Grade. Do your homework on being a late bloomer. It hit different. So I blossom later on in life. Do your homework. But on For Them, I'm like the motherfucker, like, what you call, I'm the secret weapon. Let's just start there. I was the secret weapon. I was the secret weapon For Them ain't know they had. It hit different. So I came up and avenged shit. But on the righteous way, Vlad, it hit different. Cause now it's not about what side you from. It's coming righteous on For Them Grade. And that's how me and Durk connected on For Them, cause this shit is about the kids. This shit is about what's really going on. This shit is about the bigger picture, fuck. On my kids, shorty.
The fact that you have the relationship you have with Durk and he brought you out to a show, to host it and everything, and you got a BDK song in the stash, it's kind of amazing, if you ask me.
Growth.
Yeah.
Growth. That's real growth, bro. That's letting you know, motherfucker putting, not that we forget about our peoples on For Them Grade, but we can't change what happened in the past. You catch my drift? We can't change shit, folks. But we can try to better this shit for the future. Because we got shorties that's looking up to all this shit. And we got the media trying to turn us against each other. So it's like, folk.
You think it's the media?
Hell yeah.
You think the media is trying?
The media, hell yeah, motherfucker. The media definitely played devil's advocate around this bitch.
I think, listen, as someone who's in the media, and it also depends on what media outlet you're talking about.
Exactly. That's why I say it depends.
It depends. But number one, the media can't run with things that don't already exist. Now, they could amplify it, but you can't blame the media if you told so-and-so to suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? And then hey, look, J Mane told this dude to suck his dick. And it's like,
you can't be
blaming
gonna
the
play
media
me like that on this platform. You don't tell me and shit like that.
All right, fair enough.
I don't tell me and shit like that.
I'll start over. How about?
Yeah, say I told a girl to suck my dick. Let's just say that. Vlad. What you trying to say?
Right. Let me put it like this. Let me rephrase it. You want to take the first part out, or you not tripping?
What? Like, that was crazy to me. Like, that was crazy.
All right, let me put it like this. If you say that you're smoking on a pack of someone's, dead father, and then academics post it, you can't really get mad at academics for posting what you said. Right? You could say it's the media trying to create division, but you said it. Someone else, picked up on it.
Put it like this. DJ Academics too big to be whooping like that. Let's just start there. Too fucking big to be whooping like that. Put it like this. We dictate what we choose to put out there as media outlets. Correct?
That's true.
So
we dictate, but we also
put it like this.
We also have viewers who we have to understand what the viewers want.
Okay.
Right?
So with that being said, I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
What if I told you I got a video right now, Vlad, of a girl like, man, Vlad beat my ass. He overwhooped me, J Mane. He overwhooped me. She over his, man, you ain't got that shit on Vlad, man. Show me the paperwork, man. Here go the paperwork. Man, that could just be a restraining order. Let me see bruises. Here go the bruises. You showing, you breaking all this shit down. Me being the platform, me knowing the people would want to see that shit, me knowing that shit is morally wrong for a nigga to be beating on a bitch, should I put this shit out there?
Man, at the point that you're a public figure, Tony Yayo says this over and over again, because 50 Cent told him, he said, at the point that you decide to become a public figure, you are public property. And you could either admit it and accept it, or you can get mad at it. But it doesn't matter. You and I are public property. We could go back to being private citizens. We could move away. We could change our names. And we could live quiet lives in the Midwest somewhere or some other country. But we're deciding to put ourselves out here every day and make our money this way. Therefore, we're public property. So whatever happens in our private lives that becomes public, we have to accept it. And we can't get mad at anybody except for ourselves.
I already know.
You don't want anyone to publicize you beat up your woman, then don't beat up your woman.
They're different.
Look at Ludacris. You ever hear anything bad about him? I've never heard anything bad about Ludacris. That motherfucker like a saint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, he got wings or some shit. I don't know.
Hey, shout out Lil
you know,
Durk.
certain people, you just never hear anything bad about him. You know, Denzel Washington. You ever hear anything bad about Denzel?
On phone now.
No, listen, if he was always getting high and beating up his wife and crashing cars and all that, you'd hear about him every day.
What's the bad shit you hear about me, Vlad?
I mean, there's nothing bad. You just have an interesting story.
Different.
You and FBG Duck, you guys became close.
My dog, my baby.
I did 2 interviews with him.
For real.
I did a first interview with him. He was kind of sipping some lean during this interview. Okay. You saw him get more and more high as the interview progressed.
I remember.
But, you know, I remember we talked about how he gotten shot. I think his girl stabbed him. He got into a whole bunch of shit. And I'm like, you got to move away. And he's like, man, I don't need to move away. I know how to move out here or whatever else. We did another interview, you know, after, what was the name of his big song? Slide. When he dropped Slide, and that was his first, like, big hit. We did another interview. Brick had just gotten killed. And once again, he didn't want to move. He felt like, you know, he's comfortable where he is.
Oh, no, on my kids. On my son. What? On my baby boy. When Duck lost Brick on Fodem Grade, I seen his ass punching metal. Fodem Grade. Shorty ass blue. Fodem Grade. Like, that's a different type of pain on Fodem. Because as he punching metal on Fodem Grade, I'm looking like, first of all, Duck big as hell on Fodem Grade. We outside the funeral on Fodem Grade. He mad as hell on Fodem Grade, but you just lost your brother. First of all us mad on Fodem Grade. All us mad, hurt. Body don't know how to feel. We motherfucker just lost Brick, so everybody fucked up on my homie. You gotta understand, Brick is like, I'm trying to describe for the fans how, like, Brick and Duck was different than each other, but Cause Brick was that nigga. That's why I'm trying to break this shit down. Like, Brick was that nigga too.
Yeah, I'd always heard Brick was the one that was really in the streets.
Yeah,
Duck
like
was more
Brick was
the rapper.
like that, so
not to say that Duck wasn't, you know,
yeah,
what he was.
And we can't take nothing from Duck. That's why I say
but
Brick was that nigga too.
Was really in the streets, and he wasn't famous like Duck, so he wasn't.
Exactly. So
he didn't have
get
cameras
that respect.
everywhere. Yeah,
it was the same. It's the same shit. How I heard the D thing and Lil Durk situation. Like,
yeah,
I heard it's like the same shit.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So, but long story short, Brick was really like that, bro. And Brick was like, he gave motherfuckers that, I don't know, like that big brother feel too though. Like, you know, folks is like on some, even though this is Duck big brother on Fulham, he felt like the guy's big brother too. Fulham Gray, like he was one of those, like on Fulham Gray.
When you heard the news that Duck got shot, especially
which time on Fulham Gray?
When he got killed.
I'm from Chicago. You know how many times they said Duck got shot?
Right, no, I know Duck got shot before.
Let's just start there.
When Duck got killed in the Gold Coast, considering where it is, this is not the trenches by any stretch of the imagination. This is like Fifth Avenue. This is like Rodeo Drive. Everyone's seeing it, cameras everywhere, broad daylight, bunch of guys pull up and open fire. How did you feel about that situation?
Seeing that video, bro, that shit made my soul cry. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, people don't understand. Like, Duck is my cousin's father, my baby cousin. So you gotta understand, somewhere through me and Duck friendship, that's why, like, when we break all this shit down, it hit different all the way through this bitch. You see what I'm saying? Cause Duck whooping with my cousin was already crazy. Like, let's just start there. Now that y'all had a baby together, now y'all over whooping. But now I love y'all. I love y'all for this. But at first it wasn't that. On Fulham Grade, nigga, you just whoop my cousin. Like, what? It hit different. Let's start there.
But isn't that a good thing though?
What you mean? Ain't that a good thing?
They had a baby.
That's why I said J Mane, I had to grow older.
Yeah.
Fulham was already looking at it as like a good thing. But in my head, I'm young at the time. Folks, you done whoop my cousin. Shit, like, do your homework. This my little cousin, but that's like my little sister. You over whooping. Like, let's just start there. Precious, do your homework on Precious being like my little sister. Hit different. So, but bro, it wasn't never like Duck. Duck was a real nigga. Let's just start there. It's never like Duck ain't say, J Mane, can I talk to your cousin? Can this that's how real folks is. That's why you gotta respect them. You catch my drift? Folks gon' come to you like a man on For Them Gray, like, man, this what I'm trying to do, folks. And on For Them Gray, niggas don't even be that 100 nowadays. You catch my drift? So you had to already respect him for that. So you can't even get mad because you got it popped off like what you thought he was gonna do. You thought he was gonna play or you thought he was gonna go all the way. It different. So it different. But long story short, I love bro, man. That was my nigga, man. I love my little cousin too. And they daughter. So the whole whoop is seeing my little cousin's father be murdered online on my Instagram app is fucking crazy, Vlad. Cause it's Instagram. And I'm used to watching titties. Really? Nah, that's the wrong app. That's Pornhub. But on Instagram, I do be seeing titties sometimes, but it be covered. But you know what I mean?
You see thongs.
I see
thongs.
I'm seeing real whoops.
That's right.
Let's just start there. This ain't list crawler, this Instagram, so I'm seeing the whoops. You see what I'm saying? So let's just start here. I'm used to seeing nice shit on my Instagram pop up, sexy red and shit like that, you know? But anytime when I see violence and shit, I'm like, you know what? That shit fucked me up on game. And then when it be one of yours, one of your homies on For Them Gray, like, that's even worse, Vlad, when it's one of yours. You don't know what that feel like, Vlad, to see one of yours ripped apart in your city, downtown, and he the big fish. You don't know what that feel like, Vlad. It hit different. And then this your little cousin, daddy, J Mane.
Yeah. Well, eventually, all the guys involved in the murder get arrested. And then you had the O Block 6 trial. C Murder, Kenny Mack, Low, C-Thing, Muwap, TZ.
You say the O Block 6?
The O Block 6.
Trial?
The trial.
Why somebody told me it was the O Block 5? It was the O Block 6?
O Block 6.
Okay. Who started calling it that? Like, let's just start.
I don't know.
Like
the media.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all be creating these narratives.
Yeah.
It's different.
Number one, did you personally know any of the guys that were convicted for the murder?
No.
Okay. When the trial started, FBG Butter took the stand.
It feels like I'm on the stand now. I'm choosing what I choose to say here wisely. I see where you're going with this, Vlad.
What did you think of Butter taking the stand?
Oh, Butter taking the stand? For Them Gray, that was crazy. Why? Because we ain't never seen nobody from the hood whoop like that. So for the trenches in general, for we to see that and you a public figure, that was different for us. And we not used to seeing that. So that's unusual for us because of the street clothes that we're used to. See what I'm saying?
Well, Trenches News took the stand also.
Exactly.
Right.
That was unusual for us from being from the trenches. Vlad.
And then you find out that Trenches News was actually working with the FBI at one point.
He was a paid informant.
Right.
That was crazy.
Something you accused me of being.
I was about to ask you, do you know him? Do your homework on me, throwing water on your ass before I walked in here. I've been hearing some shit.
Right. Were you surprised? Because you and Trenches News actually knew each other. You said at one point that was your biggest enemy.
I said that was my biggest enemy?
You said that.
Trenches News was my biggest enemy. I don't remember that part, but put it like this.
You definitely said it.
I said it?
You said it.
Trenches News was my biggest. Okay, put it like this.
At one point. I'm not saying he is right now. I'm saying at one point.
I probably meant media-wise. Me and Trenches News never had, like, altercation, fist fights. We never had, like, jumped on each other. Like, we never had beef or whatever, like street beef, if that's what you meant.
Okay.
It was a media thing. Like, he said certain, that's like if me and Vlad going at it. Like, we ain't fighting for real. Like, folks saying something.
So it's just online trolling.
Yeah, some online trolling shit was going on. And it was like, when you come from a motherfucker, like when when you seen the motherfucker in the trenches before, it hit different. It's like, damn, gang, not that I was over locked in with you, but I seen you out there before on For Them Greg. So it's like you whooping on my name was crazy. But once I got to doing the content, I understand and I get it. And on For Them Greg, I mean, bro, a grown ass man, he doing his thing. He got kids, so I don't really have nothing bad to say about him. But snitching, where we come from is frowned upon. I will say that. So I don't know. Put it like this. I don't know. I could lie and say I don't know why he did it, but it's the same reason I'm talking to Vlad. It's for the money, Vlad. It's for the money, Vlad.
What do you think? Wait, did Butter and Trenches News get paid to take the stand? I don't think so.
Listen, I never said Butter got paid to take the stand. I never said that. You threw Butter back into the equation.
You said, we do this because of money.
You threw Butter back into the equation. I was talking about Trenches News.
Okay, so, all right, well, Trenches News was a paid informant before, but I asked him about this. He said he took the stand because he felt that all the violence and killing just needed to stop in this area.
And that's what I said. He's a grown-ass man, and he's entitled to his opinion.
Exactly.
But snitching is frowned upon, and that's unusual for this time period. Put it like this. I'm going to break this shit down. It's like when J Mane first went on Say Cheese and was like, Tay Savage shot at me. Fuck. Like, motherfuckers like, hold on, what? Because that's unusual for a street nigga to come on the internet like, fool shot at me. But do your homework on street niggas doing their homework on statute of limitations and shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was hitting different. So.
Yeah, man, listen, I bought a kilo of cocaine at one point. I talk about it. It was a long time ago. Way past statute of limitations.
It hit different.
I got ripped off for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got down on you?
Yeah, he got down on me.
Well, I think I heard, you told this story before,
I've told
right?
the story before.
A couple times.
A few times.
Yeah.
Well, because at one point I figured, you know something? I'm going to make the money I lost back on my platform. And I made it back.
You was trying to get good, though, off that kilo, huh? Vlad, you was trying to get good.
I got good off that kilo. Exactly. Well, let me ask you a question. Is there ever a situation where you would take the stand and testify in a trial against somebody?
Yes.
Okay. So you're not one of these guys that are like, I won't tell no matter what, doesn't matter.
I'm telling on your ass. If it jeopardized me from being against, from coming home to see my daughter, I'm telling on your ass. Boy, don't put me in that position, boy. I'm telling. You want me to say it one more time? I'm telling on your ass. Don't put me in no position that keep me away from my kids, my mama, my family. On For Them Grade. Keep your bitch ass on. Don't do nothing around. Cause put it like this. Niggas do shit and put you in a situation on For Them Grade. Nah, do that shit while you with yourself on For Them Grade.
Oh, listen.
Put your own damn self in that situation.
I know a guy who did 7 years.
We not kids no more,
right.
Vlad.
Now,
we not kids.
I know a guy who did 7 years.
I'm on some other shit now.
I know a guy that did 7 years over some shit his friends did, and he had the whole street code thing, and he refused to cooperate, and they didn't step up and say they did it. It was like someone got beat up real bad. They pointed the finger at him. His friends actually did it, but he went and did his 7 years because of the no snitching thing. Had a major record deal on the works, everything else like that. The music career never came back. He got out and just had to make his way. At the end of the trial, all 6 of the O-Block guys got found guilty. Considering how close you were to FBG Duck, did that make you feel better at all?
Or did it make me feel better
that the fact that
6 black men has been taken away from their families? Fuck black. Race has nothing to do with it. Let's just start there. All lives matter. We gonna stand on shit today.
Okay.
Seeing that these 6 people was taken away from their families, with my homie being the 7th, so 7 people in this situation was taken away from their families, and
well, one person was taken away forever. The other 6 could actually get visits from their family. There is a difference.
Put it like
Mama Duck can't go visit FBG Duck in jail and have a conversation with him and bring his kids to him and have them have some little bit of daddy time.
That's facts. But put it like this.
So I don't want you to put
your homework on hell on earth. If your ass in there, that's hell. That's hell. So you trying to make it seem like that's cool? No, motherfuckers is living in hell.
It's not cool, but
you do your homework on protecting your butthole. Is you like what the fuck is you talking about, Vlad? Like you playing with this shit.
Right.
I told you.
Okay.
I'm telling. I'm telling. Like, don't even worry about it. How much I weigh? About 150.
You weigh more than that.
But whatever, it hit different. And some little shit, do I gotta go there? Yeah. It hit different. So, do your homework on, I'm not whooping like that, Vlad. I'm not whooping like that. I'm not whooping like that.
How do you feel like, about Mama Duck suing everyone's estate? Dirk's estate.
That's what black motherfuckers do. You play with black people, that's what they do. They sue. I'm suing every motherfucker. It different. Especially, she's suing everybody through this bitch.
King Von.
We suing
OTF.
She's
suing
everybody.
Chicago.
Damn.
Alamo Records. Sony Music. Universal Music. And Empire.
Do your homework on, I thought she was suing me. I had to look at the list. Let's just start there, because do your homework. I did the show. I'm like, damn, she might come for my little shit. It ain't different. I'm just trying to whoop. I'm like, Mama, we on the same side. Like, let's just start there.
Something, though? I remember after Duck died, I reached out to Mama Duck and I did her first interview.
How much you pay her?
I didn't pay her anything. I just felt it was important. I mean, 'cause back then, no one knew who she was. You see what I'm saying? So I reached out to her and I just felt it was important.
This after Duck died?
Yeah, right after Duck died.
So you went to a mama and ain't give her no compensation after?
Actually, something? She asked me for some money afterwards. I actually did send her some money, now that I think about it.
Okay, like break this shit down, Vlad.
There you go. No, I didn't think about it first. No, I didn't pay her initially, but then she hit me up afterwards and said, hey, can you send me something to help out? And I did.
Because we from the, Vlad, I don't know if you forget it, we from the bottom. When where the bottom at, like we under that bottom.
Under that.
And then we under that one. You see what I'm saying? That's where the 60-30 is at. Like, so this a mother who her son was blackballed. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand that too. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's millions that they family was down there promised, and she feel like that shit just been taken out of, you catch my drift? Like, let's just break all this shit down. So that's what I feel like she's fighting for. If anything, you catch my drift?
Right. Well, she lost Duck, she lost Brick, and she lost her baby daughter at one point.
Yeah.
She lost 3 kids.
The twin on phone now.
Those twins?
Do your homework on the twins.
Oh, okay.
But one of them passed in the fight, I believe.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it hit different.
And I just felt, and people have asked me, like different Chicago guys have asked me why I did that interview. And I said, look, like, I feel it's important if people are out here and they're acting recklessly, that it's not just them that they're affecting. Once they're gone, their mother and father are going to have to live with this. They're going to have to wake up every day and think about this. And the pain, and she was crying on camera and everything else like that. And I was like, maybe if someone saw this, even if one person said, man, I don't want to put my mother through this, I'm going to switch up what I'm doing. That's how I looked at it. I didn't think it was going to get a lot of views or whatever else, because like I said, at the time, no one knew who she was.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Put it like this, and you just putting that content out there for it hit different.
That was the reason. And then look, after that, she became, her own celebrity.
I'm in the media too, so I get it. I'm in the media too, so I get it. You was just alley hooping the situation. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, I'm trying to put Mama Duck on the map because I seen this situation going on. Nah.
Yeah, and me and Duck had our own relationship. I'm not saying we're friends like you guys were friends, but we did a couple of interviews and we spoke a little bit. And I felt bad, and I said, I think this is something that the world should see. And she ran with it, and now she got her own thing going on. And I'm sorry for your loss, man. I didn't know Duck like you did, and I know that it must have hit you really hard.
Man, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. But it's really for my little cousin, though, Like, she the one without a daddy, folk. And that's what I be trying to tell the world, is like all us, like the Chicago shit, like, do your homework on everybody who just died, and they kids still out here. So I'm trying to figure this whole shit out, Vlad. I'm trying to become a multi-billionaire, excuse my imperfectionist on my lingo, on for them grade. I'm trying to be a multi-billionaire. Future young billionaires, man, because put it like this, I'm trying to overwhoop. I'm working on my new non-for-profit organizations. It hit different.
2017, you were working at a hospital. Right?
I agree.
And you were actually at the hospital when King Von's friend T-Roy got killed. You talked about this story, how the O-Block dudes tried to do something to you at the hospital over that whole situation, or?
So put it like this. Let's just break this shit down. It was a situation, a O-Blockian member did pass, and do your homework on me already being out the streets. Do your homework on being 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Mm-hmm.
Do your homework on me having to tote the whoop to the hospital. Do your homework on me switching up my profession after that. Why? Because J Mane, you can't be having to whoop at the hospital. You over whoop.
Oh, you got fired over that?
Now, let's just break this shit down. You said it was T-Roy?
Yeah.
May everybody rest in peace, bro. Over the Chicago, that passed during the Chicago, what kind of war do we call it? Do we call it a war? Because they said don't say war. They say people die in Chicago every day. How the fuck you calling this a war, J Mane?
I wouldn't call it a war. I mean, I didn't like,
Why do
academics
people
is my
title
friend,
this?
but the war in Chirac thing, that's not something I would have done. Yeah, I didn't like that name.
Okay.
And he doesn't like that name either these days, so. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a war.
But, so, based off the media titling like a war,
Yeah, I mean, the media likes to,
now us as people, we're on platforms, the war.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
war,
look,
the war.
Vibe magazine called it the East Coast versus West Coast beef, which made it into something that it really wasn't. It wasn't East versus West. It was Tupac beef. It was Biggie and their labels going at each other. It wasn't the whole fucking coast.
So the labels do really be going at it.
I mean, certain labels go at it. Certain crews, Suge Knight and all them definitely was over whooping. To use your terminology.
Yeah, that's what I say. It hit different with Vlad say
You know what I mean?
Suge Knight was over
Over-whooping.
whooping on my
And
kids.
all the people that died around that, from Tupac
Yeah.
and Biggie and everyone around them, and just a whole bunch of chaos.
So, put it like this. You never met Pac?
No.
Okay, but you met Keefy D?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Me and the Outlaws are friends. Edie from the Outlaws is a really good friend of mine.
Okay. They hit different.
And I've
So how did Tupac's family feel about you whooping like that? Like, about you doing that interview? Did you try to do an interview with Tupac's family, at least get their side?
Keefy, once Keefy D got arrested, I got word from Pac's family that they were very happy in my role in, potentially solving this murder after 20-something years. That's what I heard.
That hit different. So his family was at rest, basically at peace with.
Well, I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, the trial hasn't started. But I think that having some sort of closure.
Do you honestly believe Keefy D did that shit?
I think he was in the car. I don't think he was the shooter. But he was in the car.
So he really still had that gun from all them years?
No, I don't think he had it.
So why is they whooping like this?
Well, because he admitted to it. Right?
So put it like this. Let's say if I say something and it's not true, cause put it like this, some people, it's half the people that believe the Keefy D shit, we believe that story, and then half people that don't. And by him not having that same gun, it's like, come on. What evidence do they have that it was really him in that car with them?
Well, they have him saying it multiple times.
For sure.
They have hotel receipts that he was actually in Vegas during that time. And everything after that is going to have to be proven or disproven in trial. Now, he could say, well, Vlad paid me for the interview and I was broke. So
And
I
I
just
said
I made
anything
up
and
a
I
bunch
was
of stuff.
whooping.
I made up a bunch of stuff.
Because people get on this internet and say
you're
anything,
right.
bro.
He could say I was over whooping.
Half the shit
what
I be
I
saying,
needed the money.
Come on, man.
And, other people started offering me money, so I started running the same story. And he might be able to get off on that. I'm not going to be able to say that he was telling me the truth the whole time.
Right.
If they try to put me on the stand, which I'm not going to do, but, I'm not going to go to jail over it if I'm forced to take the stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you going to pull a J Mane? I'm telling you. You going to pull a J Mane?
Well, I mean, listen, they try to reach out to me, and I don't have to cooperate. I don't see a reason to, but I don't think they could force me to take the stand over what? Over I did an interview with him? It's all out there. Me and him never had conversations off camera about anything. Like, it is what it is.
Nah, I'm from Chicago. And for them, we do be scared to tell on the guys, though. For them, do your homework on the guys popping your ass.
I just interviewed Lil Tim.
Okay, I seen that whoop. And put it like this. This is what I noticed about I ain't even see all the whoop.
It's not out yet. The whole thing's not out yet.
Yeah, I seen the beginning.
Yeah.
When you was popping your shit, and then you like, Vlad TV. And Tim just looked at your ass like,
didn't say nothing.
On Fold'em Gray, I'm like, that nigga crazy. That nigga look crazy, huh? That nigga
Lil
crazy
Tim?
for real.
No, he opens up. I mean, I think he was just nervous in the beginning, but over time he opens up, and we start having a real in-depth conversation. Let me put it like this, right? And I've interviewed Quando Rondo too. I was in Savannah not too long ago. He didn't really want to talk about the whole King Von situation, but Tim did. And I told both of them that y'all didn't do anything wrong. That if I were to get in that same situation, if someone out of the blue attacked me, especially if that person was, bragging about how much bodies they had and everything else like that, and there was a real concern that it might turn into a homicide, I would expect the person sitting next to me right now to pull out a gun and do the same thing. How do you feel about that situation? Number one, did you know King Von at all?
No.
Okay. How do you feel about that situation?
Of Von passing?
Yeah. And the situation around him passing, not just him passing in general, him passing over attacking Quando Rondo.
Oh, the whole whoop. So basically, my whole thoughts on that was like, it hit different. So you put it like this. At that time, like, are you asking this J Mane, or are you asking what I thought initially at the time? Like, what are you asking? Like, let's break.
Well, let's start about what you thought at the time and what you think now, 2 years later. Or 4 years later.
Right, I'm about to say 2 is crazy.
4 years later.
So at that time, I was like, shit, I mean, that's what he get. That's how I felt about King Von at the time. Shit, that's what his ass get. He overwhooping. But then, fast forward, 2024, damn, that's fucked up for all of them brothers. Like, damn, you don't know what Tim think. Remember, I'm just playing like, damn, that nigga crazy. You don't know what the fuck he going through and thinking about in his brain every day when you gotta live with shit like that. Like, it's probably a million. He probably think you just probably think a million BDs finna come. Like, he probably had dreams about King Von. You just never know.
His mom had to move.
Who? Tim mama had to move?
We talked about this.
It hit different. When
his mother had to move just out of safety concerns.
It makes sense.
He got shot twice that night by the police. He had a colostomy bag for a while.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it anymore. He was in jail for a while.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Shot in jail, colostomy bag.
Yeah, you going through a lot of shit. Like,
all the King Von fans
people trying to
sending you all types of threats.
Like, man, nigga, I'm going through real shit right now. Yeah. Nigga, y'all playing on the internet. I'm going through real shit. Nigga, I got fucked up for this shit.
And ultimately, the charges were dropped over Georgia's stand your ground law.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I agree with.
For sure.
And if you think about it, those dudes, they were not the aggressors. Quando had no beef with Von.
For sure.
He was shocked as anyone.
For sure.
And now he getting blamed for this dude's death when he's the victim. No, and now he's getting blackballed and his shows were canceled and you got all the Von and Durk fans all on him all the time and people don't want to work with him. People don't want to do verses with him and stuff like that because he was hot. He was a real hot artist at that time. I mean, I feel he still is, but at the time he was on fire.
Yeah.
And
but now it's like you got King Von, so let's just break this shit down. You got King Von, and you got Durk, and you got Lil Tim, and you got Quando Rondo.
Right, and you got Lil Pop who got killed in LA as well. That whole situation.
Oh yeah, with that. So put it like this. Now let's break this shit down.
That's Quando's cousin.
Later on, what we see, everybody turning into Muslims.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Quando and Durk became very Muslim.
So let's break this shit down.
Are you Muslim yourself?
I haven't took my Shahada yet, Vlad, but it hit different. I do got my, where my bag at? I do got my whoop in my bag. Can I put my whoop on? Can I put my whoop on?
Do you want to?
Can I put my whoop on?
If you want to, yeah.
because I could break this shit down. Seeing that Durk and Quando Rondo has converted to Muslim, it shows a lot of growth on both of their behalves, bro. It shows that within it, through this tragic, sometimes God takes us through tragic situations so we can learn, so we can understand life a little bit better. And 4 years ago, we was all younger than we was now. Catch my drift? We was 4 years younger. Catch my drift?
Yeah.
So, can you learn from your mistakes in 4 years? Shit, some people learn from their mistakes the next day. You see what I'm saying? So, these two brothers, what they doing on their Muslim journeys, I salute to them. Yeah, it was a few lives that was lost and it fucked up some families. And unfortunately, we can't get those lives back.
Yeah.
It hit different, we can't get Lil Pab back. It hit different, we can't get King Von back. It hit different, we can't get all these Chicago soldiers back that I've been talking about, bro. So, all we can do is change what we doing, gang. Like, change now. Stop trying to whoop cause the old shit, that shit ain't get us nowhere, Vlad.
Well,
that shit was going in a circle. Everybody steady dying, back to back to back to back. Well, we could go what they say, we go shot for shot around this bitch, Vlad. We could go body for body around this bitch on phone them till it ain't no more bodies, Vlad.
Right.
Let's start there.
The disappointing part, though, is in this particular situation, Lil Durk is a top 10 rapper. You could argue for top 5, but I think top 10 is fair in terms of the amount of people that come out to his shows, the type of artists that work with him, from Kanye to Drake to everybody, essentially. Worth tens of millions of dollars, maybe even over $100 million. New album coming out. And now he's in a situation where he may not ever get out.
But you're saying Durk not top 5?
I said top 5 or top 10. What do you say, top 5?
I'm just asking Vlad a point, because how you worded that question, it was down to like, putting them in 10 is like, damn, who all in Vlad 10? But 5 is like, okay, it's Durk, 1 through 5. But so if it's like, if you got him on 10, who is the other 5 before Durk? That's Vlad worthy,
Okay.
If you got Durk at 6 man, basically, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I say it's around 6, but you got Kendrick, Drake, Travis Scott, Kanye, J. Cole. That's 5 already.
That's your top 5.
I would say right now, in terms of megastars, that would be my top 5. So Durk is like 6, maybe 7. I would have to look at it a little more, but
okay.
I wouldn't say that Durk is bigger than the 5 I just mentioned.
That you just named.
And when you look at these shows, you see that Travis Scott shit in Brazil where it's like 150,000 people. I don't think Durk could pull that off.
In Brazil, Durk?
Yeah. Not 150,000 people like that. I don't think so. Kendrick doing the Super Bowl. Drake had one of the biggest tours ever in hip hop. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking, Kanye is Kanye.
Put it like this. I'm going to tell you one thing about Durk. I wouldn't doubt him. That's what I learned with watching. I don't know him that well, but watching him over the years, I wouldn't doubt him. I seen him come from nothing too, at the same time, to one of the biggest. For you to even put him in the top 10 to be crazy, the Durk who I was watching back in the day. So it's like, it hit different.
Yeah.
It do hit different, Vlad. But yeah, I wouldn't count Durk out, but when it comes to Travis Scott, Kanye West, put it like this, are we talking album sales? Cause
I'm just talking about overall impact. Album sales.
And we talking about overall impact on phone number. Durk is the voice. Let's just start there. Nigga just brought Jape us, like, we changed, like, this shit history right now. Shout out to Kanye. He was the first, I remember when Ye had Durk and Ruga trying to whoop like that, like, it hit different, like.
Yeah. I did a bunch of Durk interviews in the beginning. He got mad at me at one point, And he said, fuck Vlad in a couple of songs. But I never really cared about that. I feel that's just internet shit. You know, I mean, nothing serious happened between us. The only reason he was mad at me is because we accidentally put out a part of his interview he had asked us to take down about an upcoming baby that he had. I figured it was just whatever. You know what I mean? I figured India was mad at me, so he was just taking India's side. You know, which makes sense. That's his girl. They have kids together. Whatever. But when I heard about this whole situation with Quando, who I'm cool with, you know, who I've always, you know, who's always been 100 with me, it upset me. Because I feel like if you had a bit of maturity, you would say that, yeah, I miss King Von and that was my friend and I loved him or whatever, but he was the aggressor. He put it on himself for that situation to happen.
That's what you feel like Quando should say?
That's what I feel like Durk should have said.
You feel like Durk should have said that?
To himself.
I mean, he could have said, put it like this, we from Iraq, we know what's going on, we know how Von is on For Them Graves.
Exactly.
So put it like this. That's like, oh my, like, let's just break this shit down. That's like, motherfucker, Butter over whooping them up. Like, we know how Butter we know how Butter act on For Them. Like, certain people from the trenches, we already know how they is, so we know you started that shit before we even heard about it. You catch my drift?
Right.
So it wasn't that fact with Durk. It was just like, all right, folks gone, but it's time to suit up and boot up or whatever the case is in his mind. Like, not suit up and boot up on some gangster shit, but I gotta, basically, like, this is a real loss. Like, it hit different. Like,
it's a real loss, but it was a loss that person brought on themselves. You know, and I know that the hashtag slide for Vaughn probably got annoying after a while, but at the end of the day, you know, and I remember me and Lil Tim talked about this. We almost compared it to the Tupac situation. Because in the Tupac situation, Tupac jumped on a Southside Crip that he had no business jumping on. Not Tupac the rapper. Tupac was not the gangster. He was the rapper. He had a whole bunch of gangsters around him that could have done that for him. But he decided to take it upon himself to jump on this dude who was not a pushover. Everyone I've talked to, his enemies, his friends, have all said that Orlando, you know, was with the shit. I'd interview the cops, you know, the Compton PD dudes that investigated him for 2 murders. You know, he was a hitter out there. And for Pac to go and attack this dude out of the blue over some shit that didn't even happen to him, it was over a stolen chain, over someone else, the repercussions of that can't be a surprise to you. And although people miss Pac and whatever else, you have to also say he did it to himself to a certain degree. And I feel with the King Von situation, Quando had no beef with this dude. There was no back and forth. There was no whatever. They're saying the beef, you're not even sure where the beef started. Some people say it's because Young Boy didn't give him a verse when Von asked for it. Other people say that Quando slid in, someone, Asian Doll's DMs, although she never said that either. Might have been just general, like, okay, like Von maybe felt like the beef shit was gonna get him to the next level, so he was just over whooping. You know what I mean?
Nah,
but at the end of the day, you go and attack someone with absolutely no reason.
Man, Von ain't think that shit was finna go like that. Come on, man.
No, he underestimated those dudes.
That's why I hate when y'all be over whooping that situation. It's like, on gang, a fight happened on For Them Gray. Motherfucker got the sparking. We was on some fighting shit. Come on now. Hit different. We pull out a gun and we fighting for them. Come on now. We throwing hands for them.
Yeah, but when all your career is spent bragging about how many bodies you got and how you beat a murderer and everything else
you
like
ain't
that.
Thinking that. Look, let me break this shit down. Von just got out of jail. He was just beating shit in jail.
Yeah.
But you're not in prison anymore,
right.
Damon.
There's no guns in jail.
No, my daughter.
There's some knives.
Von is a fighter though, bro. So it's like, if folks thinking, if you see a motherfucker on For Them Gray, Von, I'm finna beat they ass on For Them Gray. He ain't overthinking like, I'm finna blow their ass down. Nigga, I just got out. Nigga, I'm having shit right now. For Them Gray, nigga, ain't For Them with me. It's that. You catch my... He got the old block ends with him. For Them switched up. You know what's going on. For Them Gray, we in the A. It's one of those. We lit.
By the way, did you know that I interviewed Old Block Louie, who got shot in the head that night?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You know he's back
I
in jail
seen that.
now, right?
Huh?
He's back in jail.
What are you in jail for?
They're saying he's being charged with a murder.
Damn. But put it
We're
like
not
this.
sure which murder
They
it
was
is.
trolling Louis too much, bro. They was talking about his head and all of that shit, bro. They was trolling him too much, so they probably, and when y'all don't realize what y'all be doing to people online on phone them, y'all pick at a motherfucker so much and they feel like they gotta go do some shit. I'm just not no fucking goofy. Y'all can't.
But this is from what I heard. This is from a murder. This is from a murder from a while ago.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, it's not anything new that he did. I heard that he finally got picked up over a murder, and they're saying it might have been one of the murders that Vaughn was taking credit for or something. I don't know. Like it's real murky right now.
Okay,
like,
so
we're not quite sure what happened, but he is in jail at this moment. His mugshot is out there. And he's being charged with a murder.
Okay, so what's your question?
Well, my question really goes back to the whole King Von situation and the whole the Durk approach. At some point, and I'm sure Durk is thinking about this right now, he's probably thinking, you know something? I took this too far.
Now.
I didn't have to do this.
He didn't do. Put it like this. Let's just break this shit down. When you say he took it too far, he shouldn't did it. All he was trying to do is give back to his hood and to the guys. You see what I'm saying? Like Durk fucking with Vaughn.
Allegedly,
let's break this shit down.
He's innocent right now until proven guilty. So
that's
let's
what
just
I'm
put
saying.
that
You
out.
just throwing that on. Durk fucking with Vaughn was to turn Vaughn up and help Vaughn feed his family and his community and create generational wealth for him and his people, because Durk already got him and his people he got to take care of.
I salute Durk for that. I salute him for that.
You know O Block Duke too?
No, I don't.
Oh, it hit different.
I just stumbled.
Or you talking about FYB Duke, my brother? Like which Duke?
No, I meant Durk, but I just stumbled my words.
Well, you a fan of Duke, the basketball? It different. You like a Duke fan, nigga. A Duke fan. Okay, Vlad a Duke fan?
Right. Because right now, Durk is facing 2 new felony charges: 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun in possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death.
Man, hell no. They just throwing shit on folks now, man. He need Young Thug lawyer. Man, we need
Brian
Thug lawyer
Steele.
at least. That's
Brian Steele.
Oh, hell no. Read them charges again. I don't phone them. I know that man.
1 count of conspiracy. Well, these are the new charges, because there's the other charges as well. But the new charges, which just dropped today, is 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death.
Hold on, how many charges was that?
Well, it's 3, but 2 of them are felonies.
That shit sounded, it's 3.
And 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death.
Okay. And y'all saying Durk did that? The one with the brown eyes? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no, bro.
We'll see what happens.
Hell no. If you asking my opinion, Durk ain't do no shit like that. He a Muslim. It hit different. Durk is a Muslim now. What part don't y'all understand, bro? Muslims don't even whoop like that. They damn near Jesus.
This happened 2 years ago, by the way.
What, the machine gun shit that they whooped Durk over?
Well, when Lil Pop got killed, it was 2 years ago.
Oh, so that's what they bring, that's the Lil Pop situation they talking about?
Yes.
Durk wasn't even there, right?
He was in L.A.
Oh, he was in L.A. is what they saying.
I mean, do you want to break down the whole story?
Let's break this shit down.
I have the whole story broken down.
Let's break this shit down so I can tell you if that was Durk or not.
All right, you ready? Okay, so here this is how it starts. So, on August 18th, 2022, 1 day before the murder, OTF, and this is according to the federal paperwork.
Okay.
I have Durk's paperwork and the other 5 guys' paperwork as well. It's 2 different indictments.
And how did you get this paperwork?
Google.
Okay.
You can Google all this shit.
Okay, because I was
It's
about
not
to
that
say,
hard.
Right, we black, so shit like that we don't be knowing. So just break this shit down for the fans. Okay,
it's
cool.
not that hard to find.
All right,
It took me about 20 minutes to find both pieces.
Okay.
Okay, so according to the federal paperwork, on August 18th, 2022, OTF members learned that Quando Rondo was staying in a hotel in L.A. from a longtime OTF affiliate, Co-Conspirator 4. Co-Conspirator 4's name is hidden because you're assuming that this guy's cooperating with law enforcement.
You're assuming though, boy. When you
I'm not assuming anything. I'm reading from the paperwork. This is paperwork. This is not Vlad talking. This is the feds talking right now.
It said you're assuming in the paperwork.
No.
So that's Vlad talking.
No, but I'm reading from the actual paperwork.
But it's a blur.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, co-conspirator 4. His name is being hidden because you're assuming that he's cooperating, but you don't know. Maybe it's there because he's in fear of his life and there might be retaliation. Who knows?
It could be.
So, after OTF members learned about Quando's location, the following men took a one-way flight from Chicago to San Diego. OTF Didi, OTF Boogie, Flocka, Brown Eyes, and co-conspirator 2, another name that's hidden from the paperwork.
So when y'all say Brown Eyes, that don't be Durk?
No.
Okay.
Brown Eyes is David Brian Lindsay, age 33.
I gotta do all my homework on phone.
Yeah. So one-way tickets were purchased using a credit card associated with OTF by co-conspirator 3, another hidden name. A number that they believed to be associated with Lil Durk sent a text message to co-conspirator 3, the one who booked the tickets, saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." And then they go and use a credit card involved with him to purchase those flights. So OTF Didi, OTF Boogie, Flocka, and Brown Eyes flew to California one way. OTF Didi even had a message to his friend on Instagram saying, "On my way to LA." Again, part of the paperwork. That same day, Lil Durk and OTF Vonnie took a private flight from Miami to Los Angeles. OTF Vonnie rented and paid for rooms in LA using a credit card under Durk's name, where Flocka, Brown Eyes, Didi, Boogie, and co-conspirator 2 stayed in that particular hotel. OTF Vonnie, once he gets to LA, goes and gets a white BMW from a car rental place. He also gets a white Infiniti with fake license plates. Then Vonnie goes to a sporting goods store and buys 4 ski masks. Because he had a rental car, the GPS put him at the sporting goods store. Then Vonnie goes and meets with Flocka, Brown Eyes, and co-conspirator 2 and gives them Glocks with switches. So then the next day, do you want to comment on this or do you want to hear the rest?
Keep moving.
Okay. So then August 19, 2022, which is the day of the murder. Quando Rondo, Lil Pob, and a few other people, they get out of the hotel that the OTF guys knew they were at and go into a Escalade. The white BMW, the rental, driven by OTF Vonnie with Flocka, Brown Eyes, and co-conspirator 2 in that car, and the white Infiniti with fake license plates, follow Quando's car for hours. There's actually pictures of Quando's car with the other cars following. They stop at a marijuana dispensary, nothing happens. They stop at a clothing store, I think the Bape store, on Melrose, nothing happens. So then they're on their way to right around the Beverly Center, and they stop at a gas station across the street. Lil Pob gets out of the car to pump gas. The BMW pulls up with Vonnie driving. The 3 shooters, Flocka, Brown Eyes, and co-conspirator 2, get out of the car and open fire on the Escalade, and they kill Lil Pob. I have pictures of this, by the way. I have pictures of the actual shooters and everything.
I seen them whoops online.
Yeah, exactly. That came from...
I didn't see that there was actually their faces, but
No, they're wearing ski masks.
Right, okay.
Right. The ones purchased from the sporting goods store. So then the BMW drives off, but the Infiniti's still around, so they jump in the Infiniti, they take off. Around an hour later, they meet up at In-N-Out Burger. Vonnie, Flocka, and Didi, they arrive at the BMW. Brown Eyes and co-conspirator 2 arrive in a black SUV, and they talk based on, I guess there's an informant in the crew, probably co-conspirator 2, describes the conversation where they talk about the payment for the shooting. A few hours later, same day, Flocka, Brown Eyes, Didi, Boogie, and co-conspirator 2 get on a flight back to Chicago. Same day. Same credit card that's associated with OTF is used to buy these plane tickets as well. And then, which I guess according to one of the snitches in the crew, Didi paid Flocka and Brown Eyes for the role in the murder. 2 years pass, nothing happens. Then on October 17, 2024, last month, grand jury indicts Durk, Vonnie, Didi, Boogie, Flocka, and Brown Eyes for murder for hire and conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in the death of Lil Pop. Discharge of firearms and machine gun in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. Vonnie, Flocka, Brown Eyes, Didi, and Boogie all get arrested. So then Lil Durk books 2 plane tickets. One ticket to Dubai and another ticket to Switzerland. Homeland Security alerts the FBI that these tickets were bought. Durk doesn't actually get on these 2 flights, but then he books a 3rd flight, which is a one-way flight to Italy. On his way to the airport, right before he gets to the airport, FBI picks him up, and that's where he's been ever since. That is the whole story, according to the paperwork.
So, Durk was on his way to the airport and got whooped.
Yes.
So, let's just break this shit down. So, we just know Durk was, for a fact, in LA when it happened, right?
Correct. He wasn't staying at the hotel. He wasn't there for the murder.
So trying to put him there is like, okay, that's the big fish, you know?
Right.
So it's like, of course they're gonna try to connect you to shit.
Correct.
So let's just start there. So we can't just put Lil Pab's murder on Durk. Like, let's just start there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say murder to hire, it do seem like you did that. How the police is breaking this shit down.
Well, you took a private flight with a guy that put the whole thing together. Drove the car, got the ski masks, got the guns, drove the getaway car.
But how do we know that was OTF Vonnie for sure behind the mask? That's what I'm trying to break down. Like,
we'll have to see what the feds come up with, but they spent 2 years putting this case together.
And they say the feds got a 99.9.
They have a 98% conviction rate, but
okay,
you got to take a step back when you hear that, because that 98% includes all the plea deals. Most people are scared to death to go to trial with the feds, because when that happens, that's when you get your 50 years, 70 years, 30 years, whatever else. So most people, I mean, even BMF, Meech and Southwest T, they took 30-year plea deals because they felt like, okay, well, at least we'll get a release date 1 year.
Yeah, for sure.
If we go to trial, we'll get life, we'll get natural life with no possibility of parole. That's why they took the 30 years. And look, both of them are out now.
That's a blessing.
When it goes to trial, I think it might be like a 70-30 conviction rate. I think certain people, like Murder Inc., they beat the feds. Mm-hmm. Freeway Ricky Ross eventually beat his Fed case and stuff like that. But most times people just take their plea deal because it's too scary to take it to trial.
Oh, facts. Nah, I get it.
And look, he might beat it. Durk could say, listen, I didn't know these guys were doing this. I didn't pay for anything. They're all lying on me to try to get off, because they're the real murderers. I'm not tripping off this guy. I was just in LA to work on my album. I was somewhere far away. Because
it seemed like that's how he gonna come.
Well,
but put it like this, like I say, how the police wrote it up, it seemed like he did it, right?
Right.
Because the police write shit up like that, bro.
Right. Well, him trying to flee the country didn't help.
Let's break this shit down. Durk can go to Jerusalem if he want to. Motherfucker Jesus over there. It hit different. Like, let's just start there. It's real Israelites over there. Folks been trying to do the Muslim shit. He probably trying to bring this shit together. Okay. Let's just start there. It hit different.
Right.
Like, nah, folks, he pulled some real Chicago shit on their ass. Do your homework, go try to whoop the feds.
Hey, man, he might beat it. He might beat it.
Gotta go.
If you were to tell me last month that Young Thug was going to get time served, I'd be like, nah, bro, they got too much shit on him, whatever else. But look, he's out right now.
Thug home. Let's start there. It different. Do your homework on Thug coming home. Do your homework on getting Young Thug lawyer and not getting R. Kelly lawyer. Let's just start there. Do your homework on.
Man, you gonna throw your Chicago brother under the bus like that, man? Come on.
Shout out to Kels. But on my baby, you think he got a good lawyer? What the fuck is you talking about, Vlad?
Yeah.
He's still in there.
He's still in there.
You don't need R. Kelly's lawyer. If you watching this video, I'll stand on everything I say. You don't need R. Kelly's lawyer. Folks still in there.
How did you and Durk become cool after all the background that you guys had?
So, put it like this. It comes a time in life where we want to let the kids jump in the jumpy houses again. We want to have block parties again. Durk, well, that was my whole whoop. Like, I want the kids to be able to come outside. I'm doing this shit for the younger generation. Durk, I feel like at first he was on some, yeah, this shit is fucking up the money for what I got going on. Like, all this extra shit is fucking up the real business moves that motherfuckers supposed to be whooping on. So it was a little bit of us putting our heads together, and then Durk is a family man. You see what I'm saying? See all the kids he take care of?
Yeah.
So if I'd be a fool to believe that it was like how people be trying to throw the neck. It was never just about the money with Durk. But is he a businessman? For shit show, gang. We not gonna front our move on this platform like Durk ain't a businessman. Like, but do he have a heart when it comes to these kids? Y'all ain't never heard, all my life, all my life.
Yeah.
The J. Cole whoop?
Yeah, with J. Cole, yeah.
Do we gotta break this shit down? Shout out J. Cole. That was a big whoop for the youth. It hit different, gang. Like, Durk loved the kids, folks, so we came together under common grounds, bro, of two people from the same city who have lost and 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 lost. Love one after love one after love one after loved one after loved one.
Yeah, and he shouted out his ops at that concert, right?
Let's break this shit down. You got, we coming up with this collage, right? This what called all the commotion. Like, let's just break this shit down, this collage. So Durk, shout out SB, man. We can't overrule without shouting out SB, even though the whole, like, that's Durk manager. Let's just shout out SB for tapping in with J Mane and putting this shit and making this shit possible too. But SB let me know, like, J Mane, Durk wants you to come up with some people who you feel like supposed to be on this whoop. Like, break this shit down. Like, we got some people in mind. No, you got some people in mind. But we already throwing everybody up there. But anybody we might have forgot, J Mane. But J Mane, we can't put everybody on here. It's just a picture. But it's supposed to symbolize unity of everybody. Chicago, we together tonight.
Was Duck already on the picture, or did you suggest Duck?
Oh, Duck was already on there.
Okay,
Faces was already there. Like, you think Big Clout Face ain't gonna be up? Like, it hit different.
Yeah.
Like, he got J Mane on stage. Of course, Big Clout up there. For them, like, I ain't know he was gonna throw Cash up there too. That was love.
Yeah.
You catch my drift? Cause I know, cause put it like this. My homie Young and his family on For Them Grade, like, Cash is his blood, that's his blood big brother. So that situation more close and more touchy for them. So it's like, it hit different, bro. When, put it like this, I'm the same nigga put Tuka on the billboard. Like, let's just start there. So when I first started rapping, I got half of J Mane face and half of Tuka face. You see what I'm saying? It hit different, bro. Like, let's just break this shit down. Putting the guys on, putting the guys in that light, bro. That's what trying to show the world, like, now, yeah, they said this and they said that. I know all the shit y'all hear about me. Yeah, I know I don't really over talk, but it's merch. I got something to say tonight.
No, man, I loved it. I thought it was dope.
We lost too many in Chicago, folks. And put it like this, niggas really be trying to change, but shit don't happen overnight. Then you got 100 motherfuckers in your ear. Man, the fuck them bitch ass niggas. You see what I'm saying? This, like, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit, man. Durk told me, I'm man, J Mane, I've been wanting to whoop like this, J Mane. I've been wanting to put this shit together, but it's merch. A nigga just don't know how the fuck to do it.
The problem with a lot of artists, and I've seen this happen, like for example with Fulio, right? I interviewed him twice. When he died, that shit killed me. Because it was, me and him had a conversation about this, about, yo, like, just move out of Florida. Like nothing good is gonna come in Florida for you. Go to Atlanta, go to LA. Go to Houston. Go to Dallas.
What was
But he didn't want to listen. Like, you know, he decided to throw a party in Florida and
like we all do.
And give people the address.
Like we all do. We young. But put it like this. I used to look at like rappers like Fulio, may rest in peace too. It's crazy.
I just want to make this point before you go on. But my point is that when you have artists like Fulio and Durk to a certain degree, their biggest songs are the ones where they're dissing dead people. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Fulio's catalog. Like, his biggest shit, 70 million views, is him talking about all of Young and Ace's dead friends.
And you say, what's Durk's biggest views?
Well, I feel like with Durk, especially when he was coming up and becoming who he was, his biggest songs
ain't diss songs now, I don't think.
Not anymore, but they used to be. And I think a lot of times these artists, they feel like if they let go of that, they're going to lose the position that they're in. So they keep going with it, even though sometimes their heart's not in it. Mm-hmm. And they know deep down they shouldn't be doing this. Because you used to diss dead people in your songs.
Facts.
But you said at one point you just stopped.
Facts. So that's what I was about to say. I feel like artists as of myself, like if you remember like when the Dead Ops wave came, like I made 300 Dead Ops or whatever the case was. And I feel like rappers such as like Fulio, then after that you seen like List of Dead Ops and shit like that. Like Chicago started this wave of dissing all these dead.
You guys started this.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys could hold this crown.
For sure.
It's not a nice crown to hold, but it is a crown nonetheless, unfortunately.
I will say that I was a part of that wave, and I'm not proud of it. But that was my life story. You catch my drift? I'm not proud of that shit though.
You shouldn't be.
People still be trying to play that shit now. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I can rap. It was cool tunes or whatever case is. Don't get me wrong. I like my wordplay. If I catch my drift out, if I wasn't saying the names that I was saying, I would release the songs. You know, like. Cause I don't want to disrespect nobody's dead relative or nobody's dead cousin or nobody did like. While right here on Vlad TV, if y'all never heard me say it before, I apologize to all the mothers, the families, the cousins. If you,
I love it.
If
let's get a round of applause.
Like, let's just break this shit down. If you're a part of somebody's life or if I've dissed your loved one, I sincerely apologize. It hit different when I gotta apologize to y'all and be a grown ass man. It hit different. I apologize, gang. So, but on some real shit though, Vlad, I don't like that I was whooping like that. But at the time, I felt like I was smart enough to understand, like, I gotta whoop like this to get to where I need to be. You catch my drift? So that's what I mean by earlier in our careers, certain motherfuckers, we did have to over whoop. Like, let's just start there. But me over whooping ended up with me with a big ass whoops piece, Vlad. So
right. And by the way, you got some cereal in there.
Yeah,
can I see it?
You want some, Vlad?
What do we got?
Like, we got diamond whoops in here. Like, let's just start here. Like,
can we zoom in on this?
You can get you some whoops. Like, let's just start here.
Hold on one second. We're gonna zoom in on it.
Oh yeah, these real whoops on Fold 'em Gray. Y'all can zoom in on these on Fold 'em Gray. These bitches busting. Let's just start there. These real whoops on Fold 'em. I got arthritis. Don't mind me shaking that shit. It different. It's arthritis on Fold 'em. But hell yeah, bro. Do your homework on. Harriet Tubman died for this shit, Vlad. It hit different. Now I'm a black man with my own whoops.
Hit different.
It hit different, Vlad. Cause, put it like this. I made it, this means a lot. Let me break this shit down. I made it through a blackball. I made it through a blackball, Vlad. Vlad, you just not calling me. I'm 30. I don't even want to see your ass no more. It different when I want to see you no more.
You're too big for me.
It's not even that, Vlad. It's a figure of speech. I'm as happy as hell to see you. Let's just start there.
It's all good.
But you catch my drift?
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to be on Vlad TV because I've been overworking. What'd you just say? I dissed Chief Keef how many years ago? You supposed to been got the interview. Let's break this shit down. Once you saying I was a real 60-30 and I was real connect, you supposed to been trying to help me get out the trenches. But what you doing? Taking bribes from Lil Bibby and shit. Let's just start there. It's different. Yeah, this my rich
bribes from Lil Bibby.
Do I gotta break this shit down?
I do not take bribes from Lil Bibby.
It's different.
Shout out to Bibby.
Shout out Bibby, man.
Well, according to some of your interviews, Fredo Santana shot at you at one point.
Long live Fredo Santana. It do hit death.
The Fredo in the cut, that's a scary sight.
Bah, bah, bah. Fredo in the cut, that's a scary sight. Men down. I used to hate when my cousin said that shit. I knew motherfuckers was talking about me. Men down. Damn, I ain't.
That line was about you?
Do your homework on. Men down. It hit different.
Did you actually get shot?
Do your homework on. I ain't get shot that night. I was down though.
Oh.
Do your homework. Motherfucker was getting hit though.
Have you ever gotten shot?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever gotten shot?
By the grace of God, I haven't.
Congrats.
I don't like you even asking me that shit on here, man. I feel like something finna happen to me now because of your ass, Vlad. Damn. Why you have to ask me that question on this bitch, man? Damn. Damn, Vlad. Damn. Keep going.
How'd you feel when Fredo died?
Fredo died.
Young too, 27?
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember around that time. Now I
The
get what you
27
said.
Club.
It was just crazy because I remember Fredo had died off the lean and shit. I mean, I feel like that was still around my dissing phase. So, you know, around that time I was still trolling and shit.
But I feel by the time he died, he was off that.
Yeah, put it like this. It never mattered that if Fredo was off that. If a nigga shot at you,
yeah,
you don't give a fuck.
No, that's true.
It hit different.
Yeah.
The younger me didn't give a fuck. Now I'm getting that long live Fredo Santana, man. You catch my drift, it hit different. But put it like this. It's a lot of shit that be said on the internet. Let's just say this, because I'm doing an interview with Vlad right now. You can't believe nothing J Mane say sometimes. So if you believe Fredo Santana shot at me, he might did or he might didn't on For Them Grade. Because I'm a comedian, Vlad. It hit different.
Didn't you also say that Fredo shot FBG Butter?
Oh, he shot the fuck out of Butter. It hit different. He popped his ass. I'm hit. I just joking. You ain't do that. You ain't do your homework on that whoop.
I've interviewed Butter a couple times, and
he ain't tell you.
He's all over the place when he describes stuff.
Ask him about that specific whoop. Like,
okay.
Was J Mane on the porch with? Because For Them be trying to make it seem like I was holding women as a shield. But do your homework. That's like if a bitch backdoor you and she right here on the porch and you putting two and two together, like the only reason these niggas pulled up is cause y'all hoes right here on For Them.
So you held this girl as a shield. Did she get shot?
You seen the movies when motherfucker do your homework on a motherfucker whole body, do your homework on let motherfucker twist her ass around too. Hold on, bitch. Twist her ass all the way around. They hit different. Now we both on the ground. They hit different.
How many times did she get shot?
I put it like this. My adrenaline was rushing. I don't For Them. They shot that bitch up though.
Okay. Did she survive?
Yeah, folks still alive to this day.
Have you ever run into her?
Nah, she just be doing. I ain't never seen her since then.
Are you scared to run into her?
Let's break this shit down. Put it like
I would be scared to run into her.
You would be scared to run into her?
Yes.
Put it like this. You being scared of a setup bitch is crazy.
I'd be scared of someone who I held up as a human shield when they got shot up. Because I figured if they saw me, if they had any type of weapon on them at that time, it would be on sight. It would be on sight. I think you'd be on sight with me. If you do that to me, you'd be on sight.
Her brother probably still don't like me a little bit from that shit. But put it like this. If your sister a set up bitch, she deserve it. Like, let's just start that.
I'm not saying she didn't
deserve it.
Why
would your sister try to backdoor the nigga who trying to say the kids?
I'm not saying she didn't deserve it. All I'm saying is, would you be scared to run into her?
Let's break this shit down, Vlad. I'll probably be a little nervous.
A little nervous?
Look, I'll probably make that call if I ain't got it on me. Let's start that.
Nervous.
Yeah, we need protection around. Let's start that.
Tay Savage.
John Wick. You got to get his name right when we on this platform,
right.
Vlad.
You've talked about in multiple interviews you guys had a shootout.
talking about it on Vlad is police shit.
Okay.
But is we gonna talk about it? Cause I'm getting paid to basically to snitch right now. So go ahead.
Well, you've talked about it in other interviews.
I was getting paid to snitch then too. I got paid to snitch.
Right.
Okay, say cheese about it. Like, let's just say that.
You guys got into this situation, but then at one point you did an interview with him.
Fact.
How do you get over that?
I get over.
How do both of y'all get over a situation like that? Where
So let's just break this shit down.
both of y'all could have lost their lives, right?
Fact.
It was by luck that you guys were able to walk away from it. How do you go from a situation where both people could end up dead to let's actually sit down like grown men and actually have a conversation about it?
Once you've been through so much shit in the trenches, you realize what's real beef and what's not, Vlad. Let's just break this shit down. Like, if a nigga blew at you before, I mean, you can make that your real op, or you don't have to make that your real op. You catch my drift? Let's just break this shit down.
So it's more of a mutual respect?
In my opinion, with me and Tay, like,
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's some grown man shit.
like, let's just start there. Like, I know you get like that, you know I get like that. We ain't got to play with each other, right? Everybody cool, right? It hit different.
Hit different.
Nah, on my daughter, that's my boy. But put it like
That's
this.
your boy now. Okay. Well, he got you a construction job at one point, right?
Like, let's just break all this shit down.
I love it.
Me and Tay be doing different whoops, bro.
Yeah.
So, Tay, it hit different when years ago this happened. Now you the same one. I gotta put my life in your hand. Why? Cause now I need to go to O Block, Tay. That shit that was going on in the past with us, only reason you was feeling like how you was feeling, Tay, cause you was with the O Blockians. Let's just start there. So the little incident that you talking about, it would never happen if Tay wasn't with my cousin. So Tay Savage being with my cousin,
You talking about Reese?
it different. You know my cousin. Don't act like you don't know now.
Yeah.
So now, when J Mane needs to walk into the gates of O Block, Tay Savage is the one to make sure J Mane is secure. It hit different. Why? Because we trying to change the narrative for these kids like J Mane. Tay look at me like, J Mane, we not finna have the kids growing up doing what the fuck. We just like, this, we ain't even real ops and we down there just lost our life over this goofy ass war. So Tay Savage a real nigga, he breaking this shit down like, fuck. Like, we finna patch this shit up, man. That's why I say my hat, I always go off to Tay Savage.
Well, you actually said that Tay Savage is a better leader than King Von was for O Block.
Yeah. So let's just break this shit down. When J Mane say stuff like that, it's to put things in the world's eye, well, put things in the world's ears to make that, to shape that narrative. Is Tay Savage technically the leader of O Block? Hell nah, he not even from O Block. Let's just break this shit down. So he can't be they leader. You catch my drift? Mm-hmm. So, but do Tay Savage have O Blockian ties? Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Do the O Blockians know Tay one of those? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You catch my drift? So it's when you from Chicago and you get like that, niggas be having a certain level of respect for motherfucker on phone them, and it be a mutual thing, vice versa. They probably got a mutual, like how I told you, me and Tay got that mutual respect. They seeing each other get active over there, so they probably got mutual respect for each other. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, you said that Tay Savage is more savage than King Von and 051 Melly.
Let's break this shit down. When I speak on shit, put it like this. I call Tay Savage John Wick for a reason. I only told y'all certain stories that I can tell y'all. But if I get over here over whooping, y'all gon', you know, like, and we not saying that Von and Melly and them wasn't like that. We already know they do it. You know? Like,
Yeah.
we already know they names speak for themselves. But when it comes to Tay, when it comes to John Wick, On phone them, I seen that with my own 2 eyes. That's like you start blowing at me right now, Vlad. Phone them. This shit in 4K, it hit different on my baby. Like, phone them. Like,
Vlad pulled out on me in the middle interview.
like it hit different. Like Vlad just upped that bitch on phone them. I had to get with him. It hit different. Oh, yeah. Let's start there.
Well, I mean, you have said some crazy shit about Tay. You said that I know for a fact Tay Savage killed Blazing Doll's mom.
So listen.
You did say this.
Listen. Put it like this.
My jaw dropped when I heard it.
Put it like this. That was a joke, bro.
Okay.
Like, that's why I say I'm a comedian. Y'all can't take everything I say literal. I literally did an interview with, put it like this. Y'all put all this shit, these stories together on the internet. We seen the Tay and Blazing Doll Mama story on the internet, so we trying to make content out of this shit. Like, let's just start there. But at the end of the day, folks really lost her mama over this shit. You see what I'm saying? So I had to leave the whole situation alone, bro, because I don't want Blazing to feel like I'm, over whooping over her mama, bro, because a motherfucker lost their mama, gang. You catch my drift? And vice versa when it come to Tay, like, this shit really don't have shit to do with me, so I'm just joking on some shit, and I really went too far. You see what I'm saying?
Do you apologize for that comment?
I do apologize. To their whole situation, but me and Blazing and me and Tay done talked it up about that situation since then. You feel me? Like, they like, J Mane, even if you playing, you can't, like, it's a certain way you play, but I'm trying to break the content shit down to them on For Them Great. Come on, gang. You over whooping. And I'm like, all right, folk, I'm over whooping. And it's like Blazing like, J Mane, you know damn well he ain't killed my mama. Why the fuck would you get on the internet? Like, cause we from Chicago, we know what's really, really going on. So she like, he ain't do that shit, so why the fuck would you get on there? And Tay like, what the fuck would you even say that weird shit? Like, bro, you playing, but it hit different.
I interviewed a number of people about KI. You do it personally. KI is gone now, by the way. You could freely talk about it.
Okay. Let's start that.
Let me give you the statute of limitations here.
Okay, long live KI on For Them Gray. It hit different.
Okay.
Oh, them Butter Twin. Do your homework on Butter Twin. So,
well, and this has always been a weird kind of topic. Number one, and I've heard it both ways. I've heard, yes, KI really was a serial killer, and no, KI didn't kill anybody, but she just liked to run with the reputation of it.
We're not put it like this. I sell cereals. We just saw y'all. She is not a serial killer. Put it like this. I seen the serial shit with Vaughn. Y'all be trying to put serial killer on.
Don't say y'all. I'm not the one that's doing these documentaries.
Okay.
Shout out to Trap Lil Ross.
We gonna put that on Ross?
You can put it on the Trap Lil Ross.
Where he at? He ain't here?
He's not here right now.
Oh, I thought that was Trap Lil. Hit different.
No, it's not him. I do know him though. I've interviewed him a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Trap Lil Ross put it like this. I seen Tay had to get on his ass for that. Y'all be making these type of documentaries and shit and putting this type of narratives on people's names on For Them Gray, and it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like, that shit is really crazy. So,
I mean, is it crazy or is it true? It's only crazy if it's not true. If it's true, then it is what it is.
You don't think that shit you don't think Trap Lil Ross be chasing this shit? Like, come on now. We'll give him, all right, now one of them stories was true because he broke that shit down. But
I don't know. I'm not the one that does these documentaries. I've never put bodies on people.
At the end of the day, we're all trying to get views, Vlad. It sounds good. He from out of town. It sounds good.
He's from the UK.
Oh, my baby. Folks ass from another country and shit. Let's just start there. Folks from the UK. It sounds like England. You putting England sauce on Chicago shit on For Them. It sound like you know what you talking about. It sound like you're a real reporter. So we got to salute to bro and what he doing on For Them Gray, because he doing his big one. But on For Them Gray, us being Chicago natives, I speak for Chicago when I be whooping sometimes. So we don't be liking that type of shit. But as we watching that type of shit, we clicking on that bitch. So is he wrong for dropping that type of shit? Yeah, still, because it's put it like this. That's like somebody post, let's just say, y'all post Donald Trump naked right now.
Well, okay, but look.
We don't want to see that shit, but people still gonna be like, man, you seen that shit?
Right,
bogus
but
as hell.
I feel like
y'all doing the president bogus. Vice versa. Just how y'all tried to put that that picture up there with him when he got locked up. And he said that shit was only for motherfuckers whooping him like that. Like, y'all locked Donald Trump up for what, bro? Like, it hit different.
Well, he wasn't locked up. He got right out.
He did get locked up.
And then he became president.
He took the picture.
Right, but I'm saying he was.
I don't think he was locked up. That was to embarrass him,
they just
gang.
Took a picture, then they let him right out.
That was to embarrass him.
Right. Well, here's the thing, though. Right. For example, you were on Say Cheese. And you were talking about K.I. and you said those documentaries are pretty accurate about her.
Certain whoops, you
know?
I heard.
And when you look at, for example, King Von, I feel like he played up the theory that he had a lot of bodies when he was alive. He didn't run from it. He could have been like, no, I didn't kill anybody. Like, it's all cap.
Because when we was young, that was cool. That was the trend. Do y'all homework on trends? You see what I'm saying? Like, at that time, we all shorties growing up in the trenches. So it's like, yeah, we playing grown man games, but on Fulham grade, we shorties still. You catch my drift? It's like motherfuckers just want that. I don't know how that.
Listen, I don't think there's anything. There's nothing cool about playing up something that'll get you life in prison.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? Let's just as adults, as parents, there's nothing cool about that.
There's nothing cool about playing God.
Now, is it cool to say, "Oh, I beat up this dude"? Whatever. Okay, cool. You could stand on that. All right, you beat some dude up. Whatever. You broke his jaw. Whatever. You know, if you press his charges,
that's still kind of crazy.
It's still crazy,
but that's something that might ye one another.
You know, but I'm saying that's something that might get you a month in jail, whatever else. Bragging about something that'll take you away forever, there's nothing cool about it. And sometimes you'll create, look, in that particular moment, if it wasn't King Von jumping on Quando, if it was just some random dude, Tim probably wouldn't admit it because he said he didn't even know what happened. But there is a chance that he's not saying it on camera that, oh shit, that's King Von. He's been bragging about all these people he killed. He probably got a gun on him. He probably got people around him. He probably got killers around him. I got to react right away. As opposed to if it's just random fan jumped on Quando, it could have ended very differently. So sometimes you create this aura for yourself that ends up being your demise. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
If you are this killer and this monster, this gangster, whatever,
they're gonna treat you like that.
They're gonna treat you like that. And the dude that you think is the most pussy is the one that's gonna be the most scared that will do the most damage to you. People underestimate people, man. I don't ever underestimate anybody, man. I feel you put anyone in a corner, the softest dude.
Oh, they're going to react.
The softest guy, the most pussy, goofy, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
And I think under pressure, I perform the best on my daughter.
That will be the person that will catch you. You know what I mean? Like, let me tell you, I remember when I interviewed Mane a long time ago. You know who Mane is, the rapper?
For sure.
He's got a big slash across his face.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a $150 across his face.
Oh, no, I don't know him.
The way he got that $150 was he got into a fight with a dude and cut that dude's face. The guy never went to the COs to report him, so they kept him in the same prison. Some time later, he was getting a haircut. He was getting a haircut, and the dude was in the room with him. And Mane was thinking, oh, this dude pussy. He ain't gonna do this to me, especially after how he did him. Guy pulled out a razor and cut his face. He said, that's the last time I underestimated people.
No, right there. It hit different on phone now. Like,
something you got to hold for the rest of your life at that point.
Yeah, it hit different. Underestimated motherfucker.
Because he thought this dude was pussy because he had already cut him before. See what I'm saying? Like,
let me tell y'all a story. Never underestimate a motherfucker. Do y'all homework. I think me and my ex getting into it one time on Fulham grade. She the reason I don't kiss to this day, Vlad.
You don't kiss?
Don't kiss.
Really?
Do your homework on motherfucker biting my tongue off.
Wait, she bit your whole tongue off?
Do your homework on me, on my shit. Not, you put it like this. Do your homework on my tongue, like, it was like out. Like, my tongue was off of my tongue, but it was hanging on to my tongue.
How do they get it back on?
Do your homework on going to a hospital. You laughing? You laughing?
I'm laughing a little bit.
You laughing? That's fucked up.
I'm laughing at your pain right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I just got on the motherfucker ass about that when I was telling the story. Every time I tell the story, y'all laugh. Stop laughing at my pain.
I'm sorry.
I just told y'all somebody tried to bite my tongue off, and you sitting up here laughing.
This was out of anger? She bit your tongue off?
Phone them gray.
Okay, and what, they stitched it back on?
Do your homework.
Shit, you're lucky it was your tongue and not something else.
You wishing that upon me?
I'm not wishing that on you. I'm just saying you got lucky.
So I need to stop sticking my dick in places too?
No, I'm not saying that.
Cause I don't stick my tongue out my mouth. Like I keep that motherfucker in my mouth from now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like do your homework.
I mean, did you lose some of the feeling in your tongue like to this day?
Oh no, to this day I'm decent. I'm decent, but do your homework on. Sometimes I feel do your homework on when I be eating my baby mama. Nah, I'm talking shit.
Is this whole story fake?
It's fabricated a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't know. I did get my tongue bit off though. I don't be eating my baby mama like that. That was the fabricated part. I eat it like this. Nah, I'm talking shit. Let me stop playing with my baby mama because we ain't even together. And she be like, stop talking about me on these platforms. On phone now. But it be content too though.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be like, one day, y'all might interview her on phone number, her shit might get the whooping. But she like, I don't care about this internet shit.
Good. That's the way it should be.
But put it like this. You saying good and that's the way it should be.
I feel that your woman should not be on the internet along with you. I don't have like
Miss Vlad on the internet.
No.
Is you hating? Is that blackballing your lady?
No. My rules are if you're going to be with me, we're not going to be together publicly. And if you have a problem with that, then you need to go find someone else. That's always been my rules. We're not posting. We're not going Instagram official. We're not posting together. We're not tagging each other. None of that shit. You have your life. I have my life. We're together. We're together.
Black bitches that say you would just want to have your hoes.
Well, you could say that, but you know, at the end of the day,
that's what a black bitch would tell me if I came like that.
I have my rules. I have the way I function, and my personal relationship is not for public consumption. And if that's what you're aiming at, if you want to be with me just so you could...
What if that's not her whole whoop? Was she like, damn, you can't post me sometime, Vlad?
Nope. Have you ever seen me...
This shit ain't real.
Go on the internet and look for me with a picture with a female. You
don't take pictures with fans?
With fans, yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, a female that I'm actually... Yeah, if you're a fan and you're a female, take as many pictures of me as you want. Every time I walk outside.
Now your real girl gonna be like, who is this bitch? Let's start there.
And I could say, yeah, I was in New Orleans and these fans want to take pictures.
And she's going to say, did you overwhoop?
Well, she could ask that. She could ask that.
Let's break this shit down.
I just feel that relationships that start on the internet end on the internet.
That start on it? But what if y'all didn't start on the internet?
But at the point that you put yourself on the internet, you are now starting on the internet. And then it's going to end on the internet. Then you gotta do posts about why y'all breaking up and all this other dumb shit. And
so basically, what you're saying is just gonna generate more money because all that shit sound like it's money to me.
I don't need that money. I'm cool.
Oh, you don't know how to make that type of money?
I mean, I already have my money. I'm good.
Okay,
this could be my last interview that I ever do, and I'll be good for the rest of my life.
Hold on, say it again.
This could be the last interview I ever do in life, and I'll be good for the rest of my life.
And you won't do another interview?
I'm not saying I won't do it, but I say I've built myself up over 16 years of running Vlad TV, and I've invested my money. Shout out to my Tesla stock that just went crazy. Crazy.
They're different. Vlad, put me on.
I'll put you on.
You know I got my Whoops platform. Why you ain't sat down on Whoops yet? I'm interviewing everybody.
Then invite me.
You know what I mean? Let's just start there, Vlad.
You can shoot me that appearance fee that I'm paying you right back to me. You know what I'm saying?
Different. Oh, we got the whoop right back. That's
right, man. We'll call it even.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Different. Okay.
But yeah, man, like, that's just not my thing. And shout out to everyone who does that. I'm not saying that my way is the best. I just feel like these things work out better when the whole world doesn't know what is going on in your house, in your private life. That's what I say. You know, and I'll speak about women generally like that, but I never will actually put, okay, here's who I'm with, and here's a picture of us together, and here's my family. Nah, none of that shit.
Yo, you ain't whooping like that.
I ain't whooping like that. You know? But that's just my thing.
That's hard. But I mean, you from an older generation. How old are you, Vlad?
51.
You got me by 30 years.
Yeah.
So I can understand.
21 years.
Yeah. Damn, I tried to act like I was 20 again. Damn, I tried to act like I was 20. You caught me. All right, check. All right, so fuck it. You got me about 20 years.
Yeah.
But put it like this, Vlad. It's murder. Nah, you just fucked me up with that. Okay, it different.
I'm not saying my way is right. I'm just saying this is what's been working for me, and I like it better this way, man. I like it better, and if you're gonna be with me, this is what you're gonna have to accept. And if you don't accept,
but put it like this, let me break this shit down.
Then I'm gonna keep looking.
If Vlad had different whoops, let's just say if this relationship ain't work out.
Right. What if I had 10 whoops floating around?
Now you have 10 Vlad whoops.
Yeah.
Now these are whoops who careers you done started. Now these bitches probably blossom anything. You catch my drift?
That's cool.
But Vlad a hater. You don't want that shit to happen for these bitches.
I guess I'm a hater.
Let's break this shit down, Vlad.
I'll be a hater.
But a lot of niggas is like that too. I be like, bro, why y'all be hating on these bitches? Let them blossom. No, for real. Like,
but they can blossom.
I literally just got into it over some shit like this.
I can help them blossom without, publicly attaching myself to them.
Okay, for sure.
I can help them blossom by telling them knowledge when we're actually together.
You can put them on with that Tesla stock.
Yeah, exactly.
It hit different. Like, with the real money on that.
Exactly.
Without being on the internet.
Without being on the internet.
That's cool too, if that's the lane. Put it like this, to each is to own. But I feel like if you fucking with a motherfucker and you not trying, like, what's the point? Like, so you telling me you not putting your ladies in position. Like, break this shit down, Vlad.
If I put them in position.
We gonna ask the real questions.
Privately. Trust me, every woman I've ever dealt with has always left better than when she came.
Okay, for shit show.
How's
okay.
that?
So we whooping. Okay, I thought you was under whooping. I'm like,
no.
Nah, you Vlad.
No woman out there could say that I fuck with Vlad and I regret doing it and I got nothing out of it and, I was just used and no, it's not like that. I feel like I bring a lot into a relationship and I feel that who I am and what I know and what I've accomplished, if you choose to listen, you will gain in a lot of ways from being with me in your life. That's how I feel.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But half of the shit that I know is internet and YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know Tesla stocks yet.
Not yet.
You ain't
give it a
you
minute.
And Bibby ain't tell me shit yet. Call. Do I gotta call Mellow Bucks? Let's start there. Do I gotta
Mellow Bucks?
You ain't did your homework?
I know what that is.
Okay, it hit different. Do I gotta call Mellow to call Bibby? It hit different.
I don't know that whole connection.
Oh, I gotta go through. Do your homework on the Rock Blockians, No Limitians.
No, I know who that is. I just don't know the connection between the two people you just mentioned. Well, anyways, man, J Mane, we finally did it. We finally did it, man. Hopefully this will be the first of many. And I just want to say congratulations on what you accomplished in this internet YouTube space, because there are so many people that have tried. Especially, listen, I feel I got a little bit lucky because I started this in 2008 when YouTube first became a business. Right. So I had the advantage of being first.
Right.
And every year after that, it's gotten a little bit harder. And the fact that you started when you started, you've gotten to the fame that you've gotten to and gotten the attention and made the money, and to the point where even the Lil Durks of the world had to come to you, reach back out, and include you in what they're doing because they understand your importance in the game is impressive, man. And congratulations, the whole cereal thing I think is dope. That's something no one else was really doing. And the fact that you have a certain approach that's authentic because of all the bullshit that you were actually into before, to be able to turn that around and admit the mistakes you made and actually have people embrace you on both sides. I salute, man. And I wish you only the best.
Man, appreciate it, Vlad. It hit different when that come from Vlad.
It hit different. It hit different. So what it is, man.
It's like, that's it?
That's it.
That's it, Vlad?
That's it.
You be talking to motherfuckers for 24 hours on here. I only get 2?
2.5.
Oh, blow the fuck up in this bitch. It hit different.
224, almost 2.5.
Man, shout out the whole FYB now, man. Y'all already know how we coming, man. But look, Vlad, it hit different. Next one got to be 24 hours. We got to get them some shit they ain't never seen before, bro.
Like a live stream, like a Kai Sadat kind of situation?
We supposed to be next level. You right here with the whoop, man.
Let's do it.
I feel like we ain't get into all type of shit. It's like,
What's our first interview, man? We got more to talk about.
I got labels reaching out to me now. Like, let's just start there. Like,
Good.
Labels reaching out to me. That's
Good.
big when you come from the trenches, because my whole life, like, cause put it like this, I feel like on the interviews, they ask me about all this death shit. Like, we got, like, that's why I like in the beginning, we gotta understand the real story. Like what's the journey? Like, what happened? Like, nigga, I was putting up so many millions of views as an artist, and no label ever reached out because of I was being blackballed and I'm dissing Durk now. You catch my drift? I'm over whooping, but I'm putting up millions on phone now. But I ain't in that realm yet. I'm in the crowd, but I ain't in the realm. Like, I'm basically being overlooked. Like Vlad was whooping me. Like, we see that shit. Why was y'all whooping me like
Man,
this?
listen, everyone feels overlooked to a certain degree. You could pick the top. Drake probably feels overlooked right now. You know, he feel like he doesn't get the props that he gets. No one's ever gonna feel like they've gotten everything that they deserve.
What took you so long to get FYB J Mane up here?
Well, I tried back in August. You never responded. I had to try twice with no response. How's that?
Okay, I don't be seeing all my whoops sometimes though. But so
I'm telling you, I can show you the DMs. Well, you can see it yourself. Just look at the DMs that we've been talking about. There was one in August you never responded to, and I'm like, well, let me try him again.
Hit different, Vlad.
It different, man. That's what it is, man. Until next time, J Mane. Peace.